Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the finals of Blue Otter Platinum League. I am Chong Somo. I am joined by Boxed Kimchi tonight. Kimchi, how are we doing tonight?
Tired. I was told I got on this gig about 30 minutes ago, so the hype is gonna eventually hit me in the face. I promise.
All right, I'm very excited for this matchup. We have Monkeys Safaris going up against Conduit Omega tonight. Monkey Safari beating their own sister team in Monkey Cyborgs and then Conduit Cyber Cuties. I believe it was last night to get their spot into the finals for tonight. While Conduit Omega made it here through Monkeys Inc. and then the favorites to win Blue Otter Platinum Division of the TFF Astronauts. Now here in the grand finals. So really excited to see these teams go up. Conduit Omega, one of these teams that has a really weird approach to draft just because their top mid and jungle all role swap all the time. While the Side Monkey Safari is a much more stock standard team, they're going to go with the Ziggs here as their first pick, a champion that they have played quite often this season, mostly in the mid lane for all things for Frost there in the mid lane. So could maybe go bot, but their AD carry key is a much more traditional marksman, so gonna be interesting to see where that Ziggs actually ends up here, as bans are definitely interesting. Jarvan, Jax, and the Yunara ban away from Conduit, and then Conduit chooses to ban away the Zeri, Yone, and Aurora. Definitely not champions we're seeing in the current metagame with a lot of patch changes since the technical season of Ranked is over, so definitely interesting to see what's still up and what teams are going to prioritize here.
I'm shocked by a Zeri ban. She's like one of the least prio champions in the game right now, especially this early into a Fearless series, but high prio is shockingly still Trundle. Gesundheit Chong, please stop dying on stream. I'd really appreciate it to not turn this into a podcast, a solo cast even, if you will. Or we get Loki, maybe, or die and we get Loki.
No, I had to sneeze. I had to go off camera real quick there. But
weird jungles.
It could be weird jungles. It could also be top lane for Void. Could be an option up there. But like you said, Zeri is definitely an interesting one. But he has played it a few times this season and has performed really well.
What am I looking at?
Okay, it's being hovered. It's not going to be locked in. I feel like Mac Mittens is trolling me right now.
I'm saying this as a Sona, like a former Sona main. Why would you ever pick her in organized play? She's absolutely garbage.
I do think it's interesting to pick the Mundo into the Trundle pick, but like Trundle doesn't steal a lot of resistances away from Mundo. You're just stealing away the HP from him because Mundo is just a health stacking tank and not really a super big reliant on building those up those resistances as some other tanks are. So it's not like the worst matchup into Trundle. But then also picking up the Nautilus here, giving your team a form of engage if you are going for that that Mundo jungle. Doesn't really have the best engage. Your engage is kind of just like popping ghost, running at people with cleavers, while Nautilus gives you team that option to have an engage form. While Gwen is going to be picked up here. So I'm not sure if this is going to be top lane for big news, or if it's going to be swapped around, put into the jungle, and then Trundle goes top. Like I said before, Conduit Omega, because of who their top side of the map is and what roles they've already played this season in Blue Otter and what other roles they played in other leagues, they're able to flex around champions a lot more than some of these other teams. So it's always hard to draft against this team, especially when they are on the red side and they do get that last pick. Like last week in when we watch their quarterfinals match, they R5 Tarek for jungle. So there's so much that can come out of here for the side of Conduit Omega as we get into the second phase of bans. Urgot and Braum going to be the target bans so far.
Ooh, I do like this draft a lot from Conduit. I don't love the Smolder. Smolder, not my favorite thing to see before rotation 1, or at least before rotation 2, or at least the other ADC getting confirmed, because Smolder very matchup dependent, especially if you play it into another hyper carry. It kind of just eventually will lose out unless you're really hitting those executes. The Gwen Trundle, really nice actually, for just saying, I don't care where you're putting this Mundo. You could put him in bot lane. We're going to send a Gwen or someone down there to make sure that he is having a pretty bad time, as a lot of emphasis on the top lane. So I think they're pretty confident in this Mundo going into the jungle, or trying to railroad the Mundo jungle at least.
Yeah, it's also okay. So word from our producer, Wall Street is actually not in for jungle. They have their substitute who they played with last week for their semifinals match. Joker is going to be playing jungle this week. So that means a lot of their weird flexibility is kind of diminished here. Like there's going to be no weird Tarek jungle coming out here. We're not going to see the AD Silas that was decided to be played last week by Wall Street in the jungle. So gonna have some more standard jungle picks. So I think with that does confirm in my mind that it is gonna be the Trundle jungle and the Gwen top. And now we have it confirmed for the side of Monkey Safari. You are gonna have that Mundo in the jungle, like you did mention, Kimchi, as they lock in the Camille to go top lane, potentially against this Gwen, as they are hovering the Sivir here. I do like this pick. It can scale really well. Obviously, doesn't outscale executes from Smolder, but it also is a good takeaway itself from Ivar, who has performed well on Sivir this season. Key also has performed well on the Sivir. So I do like this pick, and it makes a lot more sense for the style of Monkey Safari, where they put Batman on a more tankier jungle, and then okay, so it's Smolder mid and Vayne
Smolder
80
mid, Vayne
carry.
bot. Okay.
Okay. Was not expecting a Vayne ADC, kind of threw me for a loop there. Just because the only Vayne player I know of in Platinum is Chrome alone. I don't really see Ivar or Concrete as a Vayne player. In my mind, he's much more of like these longer range hyperscaling AD carries, like the Sivir. I say longer range. Everything is longer range than Vayne in the vacuum, but like
Yes.
Sivir, Jinx, stuff like this is more often what I see him play. So Conduit has gone for their more unorthodox drafting style, which works for their team, while Monkey Safari is kind of a stock standard draft. You get a tank jungle, you get an engaged support, hyperscaling AD carry, a mid laner who can do a lot of damage, and then you can have your top laner play whatever side of the coin you want, whether you want him on that weaker side or as another form of damage. So that's what they've gone for here, and this is a draft I'm not surprised to see Safari go for. This is their style. Well, Conduit kind of seems like they got what they wanted. The question is if it's going to be enough to win this game. I think it's very hard for them to start fights. They have to take a lot of engage away from the side of Monkey Safari before they are really able to turn around these fights, if they aren't getting big picks beforehand, which is a lot harder to do with the limited CC that they do have.
I'm intrigued by the Monkeys draft, honestly, as I mostly like it. I realize that they have to draft the Camille for that required CC, because then you're really just relying all on your support to kind of do everything for you, which is not the... You don't want to stack all your engage onto one person. My core issue right now is they're extremely immobile into a comp that either loves to run down or will cut you out of your shoes. Like Vayne, Gwen, very good at just either making you miss everything or just dragging you into the entire enemy team by either accidentally or intentionally overextending and then kiting for all eternity. Karma's going to make that even worse. And if you do get pulled too deep, Trundle will be more than happy to bite your face off, steal some stats, probably pillar you, and then just beat you to death with the entire team around you. They're going to have to... I'm going to need to see Safari do a lot to not get kind of trapped, because this is a lot of a catch-out team. They're relying, as you mentioned, low CC. They're either relying on a lot of blown CC that allows them to chase down, or they're relying a lot on this Trundle pillar with the Vayne or the Karma to follow up with some really kind of conditional CC to catch somebody out. This is a heavy pick comp with some surprisingly good teamfight navigation. Really, the engage is the hard part here for Conduit. But if they can pull this off, they have so much damage. Just unlimited damage, unlimited sustain. I am kind of scared for these 5v5s, honestly, if you're missing one spell.
Yeah, I also think a big X factor in this game is the top lane. You have Camille and Gwen, both top laners who can get into the back line and absolutely delete a target before a fight really does start out and be like a huge menace in these team fights. So I think a lot of focus is going to be towards this top lane in this game, number one. Not really something you see too often in the Platinum Elo, just because it's a lot harder for Platinum top laners to use their gold to make an advantage for themselves outside of lane. So, but I think if one, like either Gwen or Camille get ahead in this game, they can absolutely take over a team fight. I think both teams came into this draft with an idea of what they wanted. They got exactly what they wanted in game number one, and now it really comes down to who is in better form tonight, who is going to be this team. Monkey's looking to get a platinum championship that they've been eluded from for quite some time, while Conduit is looking to, you know, reclaim their crown as the kings of platinum division after losing their first finals last split in like a ridiculous amount of seasons. I think like they had it for like 4 straight years. Like it was just Conduit winning all of platinum. So Omega trying to be that team to bring it back home for the Conduit camp, while Monkeys is trying to prove to themselves and to everybody that, you know, they may have started out cold, but they are the best team in platinum. So with that, I think we're going to head to a short break here as we wait for the teams to finish up their incline drafting and we wait for spectator delay. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a couple of moments. And we are on the Rift for game number 1 between Monkey Safari and Conduit Omega. Monkey is going to be on the blue side, Conduit going to be on the red side. And a little interesting thing, we don't have the Ghost here on the Mundo in this game. It's going to be the Flash, but we have Ghost on the Sivir instead of Barrier or Cleanse. And no flashes on top lane. We got one Ghost, one Ignite, both with TP. That makes sense for these two top laners.
That's very normal. Gwen rarely takes Flash. Yes, Flash pretty much always prefers the Ghost, occasionally Ignite into particular matchups. I'm shocked that Mundo's running Flash, considering it's mostly useless on him. Because
yeah,
what are you gonna do? You're gonna Flash auto? You could just Ghost at them. You're Mundo.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting choice. I think the Flash on Batman on this Mundo can make sense if he does like get out of position from like a really good pillar by Joker, which is like 100% possible. So the Flash can like actually be very important in this matchup. But another thing I think is interesting is Mac Mittens has taken the exhaust here on this Nautilus, not going for the Ignite, and I think it makes sense because there is the Gwen and the Trundle, but like in the lane, in the straight up 2v2, it's going to be the weaker summoner to Poodle's Ignite because in theory, you should never be in range to get that exhaust onto Concrete, so they should just be able to win out those trades because of the extra combat sum that is there for Conduit, but if there is an angle where the exhaust goes onto the Gwen, it can actually be very impactful in that 2v2.
Eventually, it will be rather easy to get... Okay, not if you hook like that. I'm pretty sure that was an auto. It just looked really weird, honestly, on my end. But eventually, you will be able to actually get this exhaust down potentially. Okay, if you hook like that, definitely not, as there's the engage going down, even with the Bumbled's hook coming through. Concrete taking so much damage. Just one more auto, but there's the shield coming in from the Karma. It's not enough. Poodle has to fend for themselves as Key Flash follows the Karma, and that will be 1-1 to the bot in support of Monkey Safari. And you were saying about the 2v2?
Yeah, I mean, it works like that if Concrete decides to tumble forward, and then MacMins didn't hit the hook, but it was a hook in the right spot to get in between both Poodle and Concrete, and then Nautilus base stats are so extremely ridiculous that he can just 1v1 the 80 carry at level 2, and we saw that, and then Key able to pick up the kill on the Poodle on the backside. Concrete didn't flash because Key and MacMins both had it. I mean, now Mac is the only one with flash besides Concrete in the spot lane. Key using both summoners there to pick up that kill, but that is extremely good for the side of Monkey Safari because now you're hyperscaling 80 carry in the Sivir is accelerated in this gold, having the kill and the assist already at this point in the game, even on CS because of the recall timer. But just look at the item discrepancy. It is just the Doran's Blade there for Concrete, while you have the Doran's double longsword and still a health potion here for Key. So this bot lane gonna be rough sledding here for the side of Conduit Omega now after losing out on that 2v2.
It's kind of what you were hoping for from either side, is picking up these early kills because you are playing these super late game. We need 3 items, 80 carries. Like, they kind of don't do anything. You mentioned Nautilus's base stats. Like, every ADC pretty much has garbage tier base stats. So the arms race in the bot lane for these hyper carries going to it's gonna feel a little bit worse now for Concrete, as Void is getting his getting their lunge eaten up here. They'll have to take a reset very soon and burn their TP early, actually. So giving possible teleport control, I doubt it's going to actually matter, given both of them want to take this take a reset, get back, as Batman going to put a little bit of pressure down and just walk away because it is Gwen still.
Yeah, and you can see here that Nyx was on the bad receiving end of a trade in the mid lane from Frost, but Frost had already TP'd back with the item purchases and just went for the HP trade, forces Nyx to recall, and now Nyx actually had that canceled, so Frost's gonna have the advantage in this mid lane, and he literally just saw Joker cross through the mid lane to the top side of the map, so he knows that he's not gonna be coming back mid anytime soon, just because if you are tracking proper jungle rotation of camps, you should know that the Krugs are up at this point and have a theory or inkling that the Trundle is going to be on that side of the map, so you're able to play this mid lane a little bit more aggressive right now, especially with how closer your Mundo is in proximity. But now Joker's in the top lane. There's going to be a play here.
They could definitely, they're holding Pillar, waiting for Void to go for it, but they missed time it, and Joker not going to be able to stop the hook shot out to safety, as Nick still hasn't been able to reset. The Mega Inferno Bomb finds the kill. Solo Bolo in the mid lane, and we're one step closer to Fancy Shoes on Monkey Safari's side in just 5.5 minutes.
Yeah, and that's just Frost playing a champion he's comfortable on, got the early recall for himself, canceled the one that came out from Nyx, and then was just able to land the bouncing bomb into Mega Inferno Bomb. Nyx not flashing away from that one, but it also feels, you know, kind of ceremonious that Frost is the one to pick up the feats there, just because once Season 16 does roll out, the only role that will be getting upgraded boots is going to be this mid lane. So he said, I'm going to secure it one last time for the entirety of my team, and I'll be the only one with it next season.
I will be the only one. I will be special with my fancy boots. Meanwhile, Void will be like, yeah, I'll just get to level 20. You take your stupid shoes. I'll take my better teleport and 2 extra levels of stats. I will see who cares more.
Yeah. Let's be real. The mid lane upgrade is not that impactful in comparison to the top lane. Oh, hold on. He could actually be in trouble here.
Doesn't block the tether properly. You have to block it before it connects with you, as the mom over the top trying to steal the kill. Not going to come through. Concrete finds one. Mac Mittens finally flashing hooks away to safety. We have Batman. Now we got Spider-Man in the bot lane, it seems, as they're looking to possibly turn this, but it's a Mundo Nautilus. They have nothing against this Vayne hook, not going to connect, as the Pillar will just burn the goes where he pleases canister, and they'll just leave the one for nothing and have Batman clear out this wave.
Yeah, and that play is good for Conduit for everybody but Nyx, because he dropped mid wave, came bot lane, used the ultimate, and then didn't even get an assist or a kill there. So wasted some time. Turret plating going over to the side of Frost. Now on the end of a bad trade here. Going to take a whole lot of damage from Frost once again. And big news went down on the trades in the top lane. Another bouncing bomb connects. Mega Inferno Bomb was used, and you can see that on the minimap. Nyx did flash away from that one. Was going to fall down again there. Frost just absolutely dominating in this mid lane 1v1 right now. That is kind of the power of Ziggs, one of these long-range poke mages. But now also just getting more free time in this lane. I think already picked up 1 full turret plate for himself. Gonna feel absolutely phenomenal so far in this game.
Looks like possibly 2, actually.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's 1 or 2.
Looks like a 3. Lane. We'll see. I guess when we get back there is... Oh, well, that was an anticlimax.
And now I watch it Frost. Okay, it was 2. It was 2. You were right, Kimchi.
Ooh, this guy. Fed Ziggs is annoying. I hate Ziggs as it's a 1v1 going down to the bot lane. The final hour popped as actually a gank up at the top lane, but it's going to become a 2v2 as Void jumping in. There's the Hextech ultimatum, and the ultimatum is that you must die. Big news. Joker flashing in trying to pick up the kill, but it's not going to be enough. The root coming in. All this CC coming through from the Nautilus, but just too tanky with the Trundle ulti as Frost rotating up. Possibly has the damage. Hook connects into Boodle, forcing out the flash. Mac Mittens getting real nice and low. His mom already burned, and that's a lot of damage missing. But now Batman and Frost trying to do what they can. It's 1 for 1, 2 for 2. As Joker gonna pick up a double kill, and that is the power of long fight. Trundle especially into the Mundo, who is a walking meat bag for you to get free stacks off with your lethal.
Yeah, it also sucks in that play because Frost didn't have that ultimate because he used it on Nyx earlier in the trying to get the kill when he came back to the mid lane. So maybe if you had the Mega Inferno Bomb, that is a different play. Also just some clutch abilities not landing there for the big poke damage that can come out from Frost, but now you have this Trundle who is sitting at 2-0-1, who can absolutely be an issue in a team fight. Like you said, these long fights. Oh, Void with a nice E there onto Big News.
Big damage coming back in response. Had the snip stacked up because of sieging the turrets, so equal trade there, though one of them wants to reset more than the other, as Batman's hanging around here in the Void Grubs. It as everyone's coming here. Okay, the support, it's a 2v1 in the bot lane as all this is happening. Poodle gonna get hit with the Satchel Charge. Joker just trying to grab one more as it's 1-1 right now in these Grubs. As now Nyx starting to push forward. Void getting pretty close to half HP and will successfully push the monkeys, I would assume, yep, out of the Grub pit to get them the feat. Well, not the feat, the singular third of the feat of monster slaying as we are tied at 1. There's the hook, and next from way downtown. It just was to look cool as, oh geez, final hour popped again in the bot lane. There were no kills the last time this happened, but Key forced to flash away this time, and Concrete is just the stronger ADC at this point.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what happens. Vayne is a really good 1v1 AD carry, can kind of beat out everybody else thanks to those silver bolts. But also you saw in that Grub play, because Poodle had been there first for the team, that gives them the confidence to play more forward. A lot of damage went onto Void from those Karma Shields and the Smolder Q as well.
A lot of damage, but the needlework coming out. Sorry, Chong, you got interrupted again. Big news, and Void 1v1 will not secure the trade. Big save coming in from Joker with the chomp. And it's going to be the 2v1 successful somehow, I guess.
Yeah, I think if Joker doesn't show up there, Void is just able to pick up that 1v1 kill. Void actually played that extremely well, did a lot more damage onto Big News than he was expecting. But Joker just walks up, chomps down the Camille, gets another kill for himself. Now sitting on the first fully completed item in this game, has that Trinity Force sitting at 301. Frost doing so much poke damage, and I think that's what the side of Monkeys needs to start playing for. They need to start setting up early. You can look for poke with the Silver Boomerang, the Ziggs poke, even Mundo Cleavers do a lot of poke damage, as another turret plate should go over here to the side of Frost in this mid lane. But, I mean, also back to the Void Grub play, because Poodle was there first, they were able to get the setup on the objective. They got some good poke damage down through the Smolder Q. Karma Shielding helping that out a lot. Oh, Mac
engaging. Big going as on the hunt will give them the move speed to get into the fight. The mom just not finding Mac Mittens, burning from the ignite, not going to fall. Concrete into the final hour, but will it be the final hour for Monkey Safari? Hook from heaven and earth cannot stop it. Mac Mittens' final wish is to save this team fight as Joker trying to go on some nasty flank. Not gonna find it. It's 3, I believe. I can't count 2 in the jungle fight, and they're gonna have to hand over the Drake as well.
Yeah, all right, you are correct that 3 did fall down, but it was 2 that fell on the side of Conduit. Now, Key actually could be in trouble, and Poodle might have found a bad spot.
Batman? Potentially? No.
No, he's fine. It's not a mid lane Karma who built full AP. It is just the support Karma who can just kind of...
Or one item Karma even.
Yeah.
One item solo queue Karma.
I mean, that fight was so good for the side of Monkey Safari.
What are you doing, Void? Oh my god. Sorry, Void is going... Void is a death wish as the needlework and the snip comes through, and it's big news. Void has been posterized.
Yeah, I mean, you missed the E.
Okay,
no
problem. Not even close.
We're chilling. And now Nyx actually is okay. The hook doesn't hit. But now bot lane, you see Concrete and Poodle picking up turret plates. But that dragon fight, you were able to get 2 kills onto Frost. He did so much damage in that fight before he kind of got zoned out. Concrete tried his best with the ultimate to get that invisibility to try to escape. But Mac Mittens, like you said, came out of nowhere with basically a sliver of an HP bar to get that kill onto the Vayne. Frost now sitting at 401, has the Looting Companion, is going to do so much damage. Key on the Essence Reaver now never really has to worry about mana again in this game. He's just going to have that infinite wave clear, as now they're going to be spot on vision. Poodle and Concrete were roaming up for potential play onto Frost, but not going to be done just because of the vision that was already set up for the side of the Safari to keep their mid laner safe, who is kind of their big guy right now. Just play around the Ziggs damage like they did in that dragon fight, and they should be A-okay in this game. But you got to worry what's going to happen when these top laners do show up to these team fights, just because they haven't been evolved. Everything's kind of been a 4v4 so far. So Gwen and Camille can really throw a wrench into plans on setup and everything like that. But we're just going to stick in standard lanes right now. We have the Rift Herald spawning in 30 seconds. So we'll see how teams want to play for that one, especially if you are a team with Ziggs. That Satchel Charge is an easy way to secure that first turret for yourself.
As Poodle not going to connect with the big Q, and now getting knocked back into Frost and forced to flash, gets depth charged. Key going to go 2-1-4 as cross map now. Void needs to possibly hit the right hookshot. I don't know if they have it, and Joker's just going to be able to pick up that one nice and easy. As we've split the map, but most importantly, Conduit Omega have taken control of the side with the Rift Herald at the moment.
Yeah, but now first turret was secured by the side of Monkey Safari. That means they get the feats for themselves. Rift Herald is started here by Joker. We can see on the minimap as Nyx is going to take a little bit of poke. I think the side of Conduit is going to get forced off of this because you can see the 4-man unit from Safari coming in, and it's just Joker on it by himself. It's only at 4k HP now, and now there's the whole side of Monkeys. Big News is on a flank angle right now, but Mac is walking around trying to find where that Gwen is.
No, not going to go and try and get this 50-50. I think they should have just, I guess, get the guaranteed gold instead of flipping on the Herald. I think if Big News was there, they get the Herald and still get out with it. But they want to play it much safer, get the guaranteed standing gold, and not risk a potential fight breaking out. Fair enough, as it's only a 200 gold diff, so it's not, they're not really struggling for cash right now and desperately need this Rift Herald.
Yeah, and now first turret, sorry, the mid lane turret.
Third turret
here. Third turret, second one for Monkeys, the first one in the mid lane. There we go, we got there.
All important.
I mean, that's just Ziggs power right there. That Satchel Charge easily able to delete turrets, but now also with that mid lane turret being taken down for the side of Monkey Safari, that means they get to push their vision line up more and really start to threaten the poke damage that can come out from Ziggs before Dragon does start up, and we have one of those coming up in the next minute. Frost in the bot lane. Void is in the top lane responding to Nyx. Both of them have TP right now, as Big News going to be in the bot lane, trying to exhume some of that split push pressure that's going to be ever so prevalent next season with the changes coming out here. But right now, split push, not really the best all the time, so we'll see how Conduit wants to play around it with Big News. Already sitting on that Nashor's Tooth, is going for... What item is he going for? Hextech Alternator and a needlessly large rod.
I'm thinking Cosmic Drive. I believe.
It could be.
I'm literally just gonna look it up at this point.
I know Aether Wisp is in Cosmic Drive. It's a crit AP item? There is no crit AP item. Oh, Shadow Flame.
Shadow Flame. The kind of crit AP item.
Yes, okay. Thank you, production. Can we get another update on Smolder stacks when we do get the chance? Production, there we go. 128 at 17 minutes. I mean, Nyx is doing a good job with getting stacks.
Full engage as on the hunt burn too. What are they? This is very disjointed. Forcing out your own ADC's flash, not the greatest plays. Batman just getting shredded right now. Vayne, biggest mortal enemy, but Joker's just getting absolutely shredded. It's gonna be a 1-for-1 though in the long run. Mom coming in to execute Key, but they're losing so much HP on the back end of this fight that they should just lose out on this Drake instantly. Even without a jungler, Big News gonna be able to just walk over there. Is Gwen, solos it, hook again, re-engaging, forcing out their own flash once again is Mac Mittens, and they're just trying to reach to possibly pull this back as, Big News drops off of the dragon, and they lose a turret. Okay, this is not the worst, actually.
Yeah, I mean, they're able to get the kill onto Key there with the snipe coming through from Nyx with the mom, but they lost the top lane turret from Void. They haven't picked up the dragon yet. And you see Void is now trying to recall, but gonna find Nyx here.
3v1 stuck in the Hextech ultimatum. You can't flap away from that. They will donate the kill to Frost, but in the end, do have to hand over Void's life. They also successfully trade the turret back in the bot side, so it's kind
but they're gonna
worth...
lose they should lose another turret up here in the top lane now, with the minion wave coming in, and that's an inner turret. That's way more gold they're gonna be losing. Herald is now popped in the mid lane as well, so side of Monkey Safari is just going for the macro play. Like, they know it's only the first dragon for the side of Conduit. They already have feeds for themselves, so they go, we don't need to fight over it. Let's just try to get pressure and stand in gold where we can. And now with how low that mid lane inner turret is as well, if Frost can get to it and get the Satchel Charge on it, that's just going to be another turret claimed for the side of Monkey Safari. So just going for the smarter play than trying to force a fight again where they could just potentially lose like we saw in the last one here, especially with having no summoners on key now, and we've seen him multiple times like just lose out to the 1v1s against Concrete and like kind of get forced away very early in these team fights with all the damage like you mentioned at the draft that can come through from the side of Conduit. So he gonna need to start playing a little bit safer, but I mean overall Monkey Safari is looking pretty poised in this game number one. Not saying Conduit isn't playing great, this game is extremely close, but it kind of seems like right now Safari has the momentum and they have the pressure for themselves.
Okay, gets the word down. That's about all they wanted. Don't get the red buff. I'm intrigued by the Mundo build. Usually you go Giant's Belt into, yes, a singular Giant's Belt, the 900 gold item, into Warmogs. And usually you save the Heartsteel for second because you want the benefits of the Warmogs more than you want the... Oh no. Screw all the Warmogs. Concrete is getting absolutely run down on a great catch out. Mega Inferno Bomb not going to connect. The Boomerang Blade just barely not picking up the kill on the return. Will pick up the turret. Another hook coming in onto Joker as now the Mundo's here to try and lay in the damage as Joker's just trying to pick up one for himself. He will get it. But now into the backlines, Void jumping in, forcing out the flash from Poodle as the kill goes into the Nautilus. Not the best case scenario there.
Hey, I mean, we just watched Joker 1v4, so that's pretty good. But now, big news.
Well, big news is just dead unless they get an absolutely incredible snip. They do get the redemption, but it's not enough. Mac Mittens with the unofficial double kill, and it's the most fed Nautilus in the world, leading the charge for Monkey Safari as they look to take down one of the final Atacons in BOL history for the foreseeable future, at least.
Yeah, a big thing that happened there as well. Big News might have had a chance to live it, and his team could have turned because they were all coming, but he shot the final needlework, the most needles, the most healing, away from the entirety of the enemy team, who is basically walking in a straight line at him. It could have definitely been... It could have been different, but I don't know if it would have been enough. Now McMinn has found Concrete.
This is a play? Yeah, most of your team is not paying attention to you.
This is a blood-hungry Nautilus.
Oh, that's a big shutdown right there. Coming out of Concrete, but he's not going to get it. Frost is just built different. Are you kidding me? Oh, connects onto the wall. Doesn't matter. Batman's waiting over the side. Nick's getting so much shielding, but will eventually fall. That's why he's holding the flash so we can flash auto. Another teleport coming in from Void on the back end again. This flank catches Poodle, snipes the kill. They're bringing in the Ziggs, and they're looking to nuke the base and get a ton of map pressure down because they got two major objectives in just about 2 minutes.
The amount of damage that Frost did to Concrete on the explosive field, like Concrete had full HP, and then he had an auto attack worth of HP after walking through the minefield. That was
what the heck
ridiculous, and that that's
they're gonna end.
Big News is not recalled yet. They have a Ziggs.
Wait, what are you doing? They have the rest of the reinforcements. Mac is down now, thanks to the turret that will go over to Joker as the teleport does come through. Void is getting absolutely chunked. Concrete is laying in the damage and putting it down. Big News trying to chase down the Sivir. Not going to be able to do it. They will at least pick up 3 and have to let Batman go as the pillar does not slow him at the moment. He is in his ultimate. He is running for his life as Joker continuing to run for his, as in Batman's life, as there's the mom over the top, and they find the ace. 5 for nothing, and what seemed like a rough macro call just a few seconds ago has turned into an ace and maybe some turret, maybe the mid turret. No.
I mean, they should get the mid turret just because of respawn timers. They really don't have a minion wave though. We'll see what they do. I mean, right now, Big News is back in the bot lane. He's going to be pushing that one out. So They are going to be able to trade one turret somewhere. Joker just going to tank this one up for his team, so they are able to get that mid lane inner turret. It looks like Big News is going to now pressure that bot lane inner turret, going to be able to pick that one up, but he might just try to avoid here.
Yeah, I mean, you get the turret, you get 700 gold, but you hand over 390. You got to kill Big News. Or, well, you got takedown, so you're worth gold again, unfortunately.
Yeah, but now a big thing is Big News is dead, has no TP, and Baron spawns before he comes up. Dragon also spawns before he's alive. So that means this Dragon is just going to have to be conceded by the side of Conduit Omega. Very smart. They are on the complete opposite side of the map. Not going to risk anything going for this one. I don't like Nyx's build. Essence Reaver into Bloodthirster.
Oh, I thought I heard Nyx, and I always think mage on the Y. I think it's a mage name to me in my mind. So I looked at the Zig. I'm like, this is a pretty standard Ziggs build.
No,
Thirster into Essence Reaver. Yeah, Essence Reaver into Thirster is a build of all time. Usually it's just Thirster into either Tri or Shojin, isn't it?
I feel like it's never Bloodthirster this early. I've seen Bloodthirster
like this champion
item, but like normally I think it's like Essence Reaver Spear Shojin, or like the other build is the Trinity Force
into Spear of Shojin.
I feel like, yeah, I really don't know Smolder build. I just know it is never Essence Reaver into Bloodthirster.
Yeah. I always think, I'm always like, Bloodthirster's first or last in most champions build. Like, if you're not Misfortune or Draven, you're probably not touching, or occasionally Xayah, you're not touching Bloodthirster till 34 minutes into the game, if at all, depending on who you're playing. I don't love this. Yeah, I'm on your side here. This is a rough build. The Mundo build I can excuse, because honestly, that's a preference thing. This isn't a preference thing. Big News is just dead. Hextech Ultimatum goes down. Joker watches, because honestly, what are you gonna do in that situation? You're the Troll King. You're not gonna hold back 4 guys just running at your top laner as. Okay, I thought they were gonna just psycho flip the Baron for a second. I was very concerned, honestly.
I mean, Nyx is now split pushing in the bot lane. There's no defense in this top lane either, and the minion wave is coming. They're going to be able to break this base open once again in the top side of the map, because they do have this Ziggs, and now Key's responding to Nyx.
Just gonna run down Nyx. I don't know if they get this. Mom, over the top, just broke the spell shield, but it's still not going to be enough. They lose out the fight. They're going to lose out this inhibitor, and now it is officially everyone's favorite time on the Rift. It's Baron o'clock for Monkey Safari.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the split push play out of Nyx there. Key was able to respond, and you're going against the Ziggs. You're not going to be able to outpush him. They're looking for a poke here. Okay.
A pick? Holy cow, I forgot how far you can get with Camille, because it always pushes you through the wall. So if you get halfway through, it just sends you. Ah, that looks funny.
But now that should be Baron here for the side of Monkey Safari. They could also
into the Mortal. Oh, sorry, I have to gripe about Nyx's build. Going into the Mortal Reminder after that, you're just. And now it's officially Baron as well. Unless they find Frost, that'd be a nice pick. And it forces the turn as well, as they don't find it. Joker just doesn't have enough damage quite yet. Can't move, is in the CC chamber. And now Void on a killing spree. Batman has to start running away. Has that maximum dosage, but maximum dosage can't save you from death, unfortunately. His Big News continues to live up to the tank shredding capabilities of the Gwen, not the Gren. And gets rid of the big bad on the Rift, it seems. Well, the big bad in terms of literal size, not in terms of Frost is 6, 1, and 8 on the Ziggs.
I mean, that play happening like that and them not getting Baron is kind of on Frost. He was out of position. He was caught out by Joker. He almost fell down. Yeah, he shouldn't be. He should just be throwing bombs in the Log War, which he was not doing. Almost dies there, but ends up getting his jungler killed for exchange of the enemy jungler, which means no team gets Baron, which means we are going to get a guaranteed Baron fight again, but Frost, that was kind of his first misstep this whole first game. Like, he's been playing phenomenal so far, but like that play can be a big momentum swinger, because now the gold is still even. You could have gotten that Baron and done some real damage to the gold advantage, but because you make that one small step, means that in the next play you could be caught out. You don't have flash. If Big News gets that flank angle and finds you, you might just be dead before the fight can even start. So gonna have to play really safe now on the Ziggs, which is a good champion to do it on because he has insane range with his abilities, but still have to have our eyes on that for when this next fight does come
They
to
stole it.
fruition. But
They
yeah,
stole the blue
now,
buff if you care.
I mean, it kind of is impactful just because it means Ziggs gets like infinite poke now, and so does Key. But like Dragon Soul spawning in 30 seconds, it looks like so far the side of Conduit is not making a move to go and contest it.
Okay, I'm looking at these builds where ignore the support builds. Who cares about them? They're support builds. They all build Redemption, and then either if they're tank, they build like Locket, or in this case, interestingly, they build Bramble. It's not the worst build, but it's support. Who cares? You're gonna get 2 items at most, and you're gonna be happy with it. As both teams opting into Bramble and Mortal Reminder, actually. Very interestingly, as Key will be finishing theirs after Nyx, but both Trundle and Nautilus have Bramble. Okay, we're just going with all the anti-heal here. Fine, whatever. Do what you want. I don't care at this point.
I mean, I would too with how bad heal cut actually is. It's better to have all of it.
Doesn't stack, sadly.
Yeah.
Maybe it'd be good if it actually stacked. Maybe it would encourage teams to build it as Drake Soul was unceremoniously just yoinked. That was Mundo E too. That wasn't even a smite.
And now we see pings coming out for the side of Monkey Safari onto that Baron. They're gonna make their way to that side of the map, and they keep like hesitating on going for this Baron. Just go for it.
They need the wave out.
Turn the fight.
They want the wave pushed, honestly. And I think nope, they're gonna reset. I was gonna say I think they want to buy void time.
Placement is so good because it's not being caught by the pink ward, so they have full vision.
No, I mean I'll give Conduit the credit that is good, but also that's just a terrible pink ward. Like as a sportman, I can tell you that never put this pink ward. This pink ward finds nothing. Like you see that ward right there, that spots the whole pit, that spots the entire pit that matters, and that's what's gonna happen if you don't cover the right half of the pit, just because it's way more valuable than covering the left half, which doesn't exist. As Flash for Flash now, as On the Hunt burned as well. And we're all just gonna walk away hunky-dory. It is Christmas time, so wartime, no more pieces here.
I mean, this is still extremely close. Like, the gold lead now is actually in Conduit Omega's favor.
Oh, that death mattered a lot. That Baron fight just bought them so much time. I was gonna point out that this Gwen's is gonna be a problem, like, because Batman has to split his time focusing on AD and AP. Like, he's going to lose out eventually to the Gwen just based on pure stats, as the Baron is just being taken in secret. Eventually going to get the redemption to get this vision down. Joker has Flash to get over the wall. Will we see it burn? Goes in, steals the Baron. Will there be the fight to follow in favor of Conduit Omega? Joker already down to half HP. Key laying in the damage, but Big News has taken out the big and bulky members. There's the Hextech Ultimatum. 2 will fall on the side of Conduit Omega now. Big Execute coming through. His Key is being chased by Big News, but he's going to actually win the chase down in the end as Frost is being just hounded down by the Dragon Child, and Mac is being left alone eventually. Frost, does he? No, there's a ward there. Can't get out. Execute. Bubble doesn't connect, as Mac now starting to make the rotation back to their mid laner, as holy crap, the damage is insane, but he executes himself, and now Nyx in a probably not winnable situation against the Nautilus. I would just let him have his Baron buff in peace. Or no, sorry, you take your Baron buff in peace and leave. I forgot. Stolen away by Joe. What a smite. Oh my god. Ward the back of your pits, people. Please, ward the back of the pit. It's super important.
Yeah, and that just buys Conduit Omega even more time in this game with securing that Baron. Yes, only Nyx has it anymore. But
who cares?
Who cares? You stole the Baron. Joker with the Chomp and Smite combo steals away the Baron from the side of Monkey Safari. I mean, Ivar also tried to go crazy in that fight, but because he had his flash burned early, before the fight even started, just got immediately taken out. And Key got the 1v1 kill on the Big News. Like, this game can still go either way. Like, we have Elder coming up in 2 minutes 50 seconds. We're gonna get a fight then, but right now it is just gonna be Conduit clearing out waves and trying to push where they can without getting caught out for it. Like, we saw how much damage Frost can do with just one bouncing bomb did like half of Nyx's HP, but like, what do we have for smolder stacks? I know we have to be at 225 at this point.
We're past 225. Yeah.
Here's how much we're at. 278. Okay.
Positioning's not great. 281 just because that hit. Holy cow! Look at the damage Nyx is putting in. Frost is already down to 2/3. as we don't have War. I mean, I guess you don't need Warmogs for Mundo. I think it's just stupidly broken on him, ignoring the regen, because your Mundo, you have inherent regen. Because he gets so much from bonus health, like getting 2,000 bonus HP. Is that how much Warmogs is, or is it still, is it 3k or 2k?
I think it's still 3k. Supports can't build it first item anymore.
That's true, yes. Or not gold-wise, sorry, health-wise, my bad.
I think it's 3k. I haven't built Warmogs in forever unless I'm playing like...
I only build it in ARAM. Yep, I only build it in ARAM, and I don't count the health, as there's a potential engage, but it's gonna be disengage. Mac is dead. Mac just killed themselves, and ooh, these hooks have ranged from good, or from like really good to absolutely horrendous. There has been no middle ground for Mac. Like, it is that is the definition of no average.
And now that means that the Elder Dragon priority should be in favor of the side of Conduit Omega with the support being down. That means they get to win the Vision game, but I say that, we see now that both Poodle and Nyx are recalling, so Vision gonna be a little bit delayed on the setup here.
Oh, it's only one game. I'm stupid, sorry.
And it's not like super important to get it set up right now just because of how far out it is, but like if you also play around that Vision and you can find picks like that onto people walking into Fog of War where they're not sure where the wards are, it can be very good. But because they're delayed on it, they're kind of like clearing out both sides of Vision right now. It's going to be tougher for this fight for it to be in favor of Conduit. It's kind of just going to be another 50-50 team fight, and I say this could be the determining fight, but we've seen literally fights go 5 for 4, and then we get a pause.
That's right at the perfect moment, you know, just to really kill all of this, just everything, ruin it.
Yeah, I mean, curious what the pause is for. Headset died, we can see. At least we can see this chat with there no being curse words. I remember some fun times in Premiere where some people said some crazy stuff. Oh, we're back in it. So we had the pause, so now we're going to get the pause after the pause because we pause after we pause.
Because that's how we do. Oh,
no, Void might be dead.
Void instead going to be caught out. There's no pause for there's the pause.
Oh.
I thought maybe we got around it because it skipped ahead. So I was like, oh, maybe we juked it. No.
Void is dead here, but the rest of Safari is on their way. So we'll see what this actually ends up turning into when it does unpause, because this could be the fight to determine the game right now.
Void's down. That's not good. That's your big lockdown tool and your alternative engage as well. As how are they gonna? They gotta find a way into this pit because they definitely can't end the game right now. They cannot rush the base, sadly, as it is. Ooh, they're not even gonna rush the base. They're just gonna try and force them. This is a welcome to Worlds 2020, Worlds 2022, everyone. As we try to simultaneously end, but give up on ending the game.
No, they're going for it. They're going for it. It's only Big News responding right now. You see Frost is trying to deal with the Elder Dragon play. We'll see if they're able to do it. Gwen does have really good wave clear. They're actually just going to break the base.
They're just going to take the inhibs. They can outlast the Elder. That is the good thing, is Elder is not like Baron, where it gives you insane pushing power and also 500 gold or like 300 gold per member, so you can get away from it.
Yeah, but now they can't contest the Baron. If they get caught on the Baron as Monkey Safari, that is just game at this point. Mac barely gets that recall off, as now both Key and Batman are being chased down. They only got one inhib in the mid lane. I also think you could have ended as Safari if you just TP Frost to the mid wave. You have a Ziggs at 3 items with Satchel Charge. I think there's a chance you really just do end the game at that point.
The towers are the weakest at the Nexus, but also they do have enhanced defenses, which kind of does counteract that. And he also probably doesn't have the HP to tank both of them before Baron is taken, as Mac is just dead.
Yeah.
Mac is just... Ooh. No, there's the tether root coming through. Frost trying to lay down the damage, still had the flash up. Holy cow, Mac. You are really just on the knife's edge this game, huh?
All right, now Baron is up in 3, 2, and 1. There is Santa Nash, Baron Nash.
Barrack Claws? Something like that, whatever.
Barrack Claws. He's just in the holiday spirit. He's got the hat on. He's got some earmuffs.
Megan Furlong? Oh, they don't put Batman in the pit. It's going to be a second Baron over as the fight has broken out. Mom over the top. Going to find the execute from the Elder. It's going to be 2-3 for big news. And the Elder buff doing crazy work. As Key and Void need to run for the hills, as now base will definitely be under siege very shortly.
I unplugged my headset.
Oh, you're like the players.
All right, I can hear again. Why did we contest the Safari? They had Elder. Like there is
they wanted
no
to see
world where you win that. So I don't think that is a smart play by them whatsoever, because this might just be game here. Key is finally getting the recall off. They're gonna have to defend at these Nexus turrets. They have Batman coming in 5. Mac is up now. All right, so it's gonna be just a double inhib play here for Conduit unless they want to force the end with these minion waves.
They maybe can't. No, they have way too much wave clear. Zig, Sivir is insane. Wave clear. Whoa, Void in way deep. No bear or no Elder actually. So if that hook connects, that could have been a huge turnaround point. As they're not going to throw a spell down in time, as Void continuing to chase, as Nyx is locked in. The Hextech ultimatum is deleted before he can get any executes down, and now Joker is the target, the eye of the monkey's desire, but they're not going to be able to get him down. No one's paying attention to him. They all need to get rid of Concrete, but they need to worry about the Troll King instead, as he tears through them alongside the remaining 3 members, now 2 of his team. Mac Mittens running to the hills, but there's not much you're going to be able to do to escape. Never mind, if he does that, you can escape him. Oops.
I mean, you could just ignore Mac Mittens now, because you have a wave coming in the mid lane very shortly, and that should just be game at this point. There should be no way for the side of Monkeys to keep this one going. Mac is clearing a top wave right now, but it does not matter. That should be the side of Conduit Omega finally taking game number 1 after a back and forth escapade until they are finally able to take down the Nexus at 40 minutes and 15 seconds.
How on earth? I guess it all comes down to the question of why are they fighting the Baron, because that kind of did decide the game. If they don't fight Baron, they can cover, because we saw, like, the second they respawned, Elder was gone. Like, Elder was already done. So they would have just had to worry about covering the base, and they wouldn't have had to worry about giving over a bajillion gold right before the final fight. And against 10, I know, I understand. I play League, obviously. I think you have to play League to kind of be in this field, but like, I understand a lot that it's tense. Like, you're this deep into a game that you feel you should be winning, should have won even at some points, and you're still hanging close with a team, and you make one wrong call, or someone doesn't reset or back off at the right time, and they get caught, and then someone feels like they have to try and save the play, and that feels like what happened at the Baron fight, honestly. Like, Batman went in way too deep, trying to follow up the Mega Inferno Bomb attempt to steal it, and then just is like, oh, well, now everyone has to pour in and see if we can get him out of this mess, or, which is a terrible idea. Don't do that. Like, if the answer is someone's dead already, just let them die. It's better to lose one than to lose everyone for no particular reason.
Yeah, I mean, also, it kind of does feel bad for Frost, who had an amazing game on the Ziggs, putting out almost 40k damage, and then just not enough in the end there. We saw in that last team fight that happened around that red buff, Concrete actually got off a really good ultimate, and put Frost in a really bad position where he was between Joker, Concrete, and like Nyx, or Big News, and it was like, well, there's no way a Ziggs wins this scenario. So I mean, Safari had by far the better early game, and like kind of for the most part the mid game, it was just some of those late game decisions that Conduit came in clutch with, and then we're able to get the game number 1. But with that, we're gonna head to a short break here as we wait for teams to get ready for game number 2. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a couple of moments. And we are back for game number 2. Monkey's going to elect to be on the red side for this game, so Conduit going to be on blue. And the first pick is the nerfed but still extremely broken Mel in the mid lane. Mel from Arcane is here, everybody. And
It's her.
I swear to God, if I see Mel APC, I'm gonna crash out because I banned this in solo queue because I'm just tired of this champion just like absolutely tormenting games because it doesn't matter what you do, it just seems like she gets 16 kills out of nowhere. But Sejuani Kaisa gonna be the choices here for the side of Monkey Safari. Sejuani makes a lot of sense. Batman is much more of a tank and enabler style of jungler than one of these hard carry junglers, so Sejuani makes a lot of sense, one of his best champions. But the Kaisa is definitely an interesting choice here as your R2. I don't know how I feel about it because like the best support with it is kind of already gone in the Nautilus. So then you could still play Alistair with it, but that's a much weaker lane because Kaisa Alistair is like piss weak level 1. Darius just slammed down. Okina's feeling it, man. Like Big News is feeling it if he's just slamming a Darius here as blue too. All right.
Okay.
We'll see how this goes.
All right. That's how we're feeling today. I see. We want to carry top lane. The Gwen wasn't carrying hard enough, so we drafted a harder carry. Is the strategy of Omega here at this point. It's all I can. Why is there a Maokai on my screen?
It could be support. Hey, it could be.
I don't like it either way. I don't like it either way.
I think okay. And now there's a Silas gonna be hovered here and potentially locked in, and it is locked in, so that's gonna be for Frost, I would assume. I mean, you pick Sejuani. You want other melee champions with it. When you think of mid lane melees, you kind of think of like 3 champions, and Silas, Akali, and Yone. Kind of all the other melees don't exist because now they all play jungle. So I mean, makes sense. You have 2 pretty good ultimates to take. I don't know how Silas interacts with Mel ultimate personally.
He
I
just
don't think
marks them. He marks them.
I was gonna say I don't think I've ever seen that interaction, but Silas with a Maokai ultimate, we've seen that enough and know exactly what it does. So no surprise there. Now Malphite gonna be banned away, so they do think this is the support Maokai, and banning the Malphite, who is like absolutely tormenting jungle right now. Like I used to see Malphite never get banned, and then I get autofilled to play top, and then my team bans Malphite, and I'm like, well, my one champion is now gone. I have nothing to play, guys. You get Gwen and pray that it actually works out. Now Urgot gonna be banned. I mean, Void did have a pretty good game on the Camille game, despite like the KDA not being the best, and did have some really like nice plays with the ultimate, getting big picks for his team. But we'll have to see what Safari decides to do in this game, like for a bounce back after kind of the mental. Alawi is getting banned. Do they think this is Darius jungle?
It could be. I wouldn't want Darius jungle. It's not really good.
I'm not.
It doesn't do anything. It's not like Mundo where it just power farms for 20 minutes and then just shows up in your lane at some point and kills you. I mean, it does do that, but it's not as efficient because Darius definitely gets stomped by regular CC, unfortunately, and also doesn't have a billion HP, unlike a certain is he roided up, chemmed up?
I don't know. He shimmered up, maybe? I don't know. Is he from Zod and he's addicted to shimmer?
He's from Zod. They've reworked his lore so many times, and now Arcane just makes it really weird. So I don't even know anymore, honestly.
He's just Mundo. He goes where he pleases. He's a Zon unit who's shimmer infused and TFT'd this set. A 3-cost bruiser from Zon. Lore-wise, I don't know. It's
kind of his lore 3 times, by the way. One, he was born like this. Singe did it to him, and now Shimmer. I don't even know.
It's great. That's more lore than all of Shaco has combined. But now we're gonna get the Mbessa locked in here. So this will be top lane Mbessa. So you got double melee solo laners for the Sejuani, so she can kind of pick and choose which one she really does want to enable. But we're saving R5 for support. And
when support's picked, it seems.
I've been talking to Mac Mins a lot this season. We've been DMing back and forth because he's been picking Bard, and I've been yelling at him about his Bard builds all the time. If he picks Bard in this game, I will kill him because this is not a fun Bard game to have to play. Because
This is a miserable Bard game.
you cuck your team so much if you play Bard in this game. Like, unironically, this is not a Bard game. This is where you just pick Alistair, you put the fries in the bag, and you go next. As Zaya's going to be picked up here, so we have confirmed it is Mel in the mid lane and Zaya AD carry. That's the only two. Yeah, we're still here, Loki. Don't.
Okay, we
Don't worry,
didn't die. We were just.
I
We're
just
brain-
lost. I literally, my mind broke when Warwick got locked in. I don't know where this Warwick or
Oh, it's
Darius are going.
Alistar.
Okay, Backman's fries in the bag confirmed.
Something normal.
But
Something normal.
for Conduit, I can confirm Maokai is going support. Zaya's going mid, or sorry, Zaya's going AD carry. Mel is mid. Warwick and Darius, I do
Probably
not
jungle.
know.
It's probably Warwick jungle. He's way more efficient in the jungle.
Yeah, but Warwick top counties than Bessa.
I know, but Darius jungle is so cheeks.
But he got buffed with all the other junglers like Riven and Malphite and Master
And
Yi.
Jace. And Jace, it's
Jace.
totally working. He's totally a good jungler, right?
I remember Jace jungle. Please never bring that back. That's just not fun.
It's so much worse than it used to be. Don't worry. It's so much worse than when
Oh,
they
yeah.
originally made him a jungler. It's terrible. Why would you ever pick Jace jungle? It sucks.
Well, let's look at team compositions.
Do we want to?
I
have
think
to.
Safari has a great team composition. You know what this team is doing. This is full dive. They are sending it every single chance they get.
I'm
There is
shocked.
no if, and, ors, buts about it. Conduit Omega has drafted 5 champions in League of Legends. Mel
I think
is
2 of them
gonna be like,
synergize.
I think Mel with Maokai is actually a really
That's
good
good.
combination. I think Mel and Darius can be a really good combination because if you get a big apprehend out of Darius and then follow it up
True.
with a Melly, that actually can be massive. But I think like as a full 5-man unit, I'm just kind of shocked and like confused at what they're trying to do because like Zaya and Mel want to play back, Darius Warwick want to be going forward, Maokai wants to be going forward. So it's like a really weird thing, but like also this is kind of how Conduit Omega has drafted for most of the season, and they're here in finals. So like I'm gonna question it, but like I gotta have some faith in it at the same time. But like I just don't know.
Maybe they just mel. Oh, okay. We're gonna get a Loki update once they get the draft started, but maybe they just like Mel Medard all over the place. It's like season 12. You just Aatrox all over the place, and eventually you win the game. You know.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the only way I see this comp working. But like after Nick,
It's Darius jungle. It's Darius jungle. I have to.
um,
Let me do some quick research. Hold on. Let me go here. Let me look at this really quickly. I don't care how Faker's doing OPGG. Leave me alone.
yeah, we are
He's not
confirmed
even
for-
listed.
Warwick top, Darius jungle. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just on Mel and Zaya to like hard carry this game, but like after how Nyx played last game, I don't know how much faith I have in him this game. Like, it's definitely going to be interesting. I think we're going to go to a short break here and try to reboot our brains after hearing where these champions are going. So do not go anywhere. We'll be back after teams are done with incline drafting and spectator delay. We'll be back in a couple of moments.
Those cravers backstab me, deceive me. Never shall I tolerate their crimes again. Now let the hunt begin. Yeah. 7,000 souls scared and daunted, such a tale of woe. Not too long ago, this village was a golden scene of hope. Call down the reckoning to bring back hope and peace, restore our glory to live forever.
And we are back for game number 2 between Conduit Omega and Monkey Safari. Conduit on blue, Omega on red. And it is the Barrier, Lethal Tempo, Warwick top with Ghost Conqueror, Darius Jungle for the side of Conduit Omega in this game.
Everyone hates this champion, by the way. Everyone hates this specific build because it's just the worst and a pain in the neck. And that's it. I genuinely hate Warwick top lane.
I mean, it's going to be rough for Void. This is Mbessa's.
It's almost everyone's worst
matchup.
matchup. It's Warwick. It's almost everyone's worst matchup.
And we got to pause.
So few champions beat Warwick early because he just has so much innate damage because of his stupid and healing because of his stupid passive.
Also, I think it's also very interesting that Mac Mittens has gone for the phase rush this game on the Alistair.
He's just like that.
I think this game, I think I would have gone Glacial. I think Glacial is so much better this game.
It's a spellbook game. Every game's a spellbook game, if you ask me.
It's just not that good anymore.
It's still good. What do you mean?
It's still good, but like I think Glacial is just better into the comp that Conduit has.
I mean, if you're gonna run into the enemy team, yes, but I also just don't really like how Glacial feels anymore.
Sure.
It always feels like it does not. Like every time I play it, I just look at how much it does, and I'm like, okay, so I'd rather just have had like Aftershock. Or Guardian. I think I would have blocked more damage with Guardian in most games I take Glacial in.
Guardian Alistair would have been a thing to see.
Yeah, flying. You're not shielding your Kaisa. You're here to play for your melee carries. All 3 of them. Yeah, the melee carrier Sejuani. She booms people, dude. You see how much damage Permafrost does?
Dude, I would love to see Batman build a full AP Sejuani and just nuke somebody with the ultimate. That'd be so great, but there's a reason we don't see that. There's a reason you don't see it because you would not win.
You would tilt that person, though. Or your teammates. I really would love to see Nyx reflected and Key just gets destroyed.
Yep.
Just tilt your teammate real quick.
So yeah, we know that Poodle has DC'd for the side of Conduit. Hopefully we are we're getting the R's in the chat here. So we should be starting up soon. Please don't dunk on me this game. Batman is asking Joker. Yeah, just waiting for the unpause now. Not really much we can talk about because we are literally only 58 seconds in this game. We haven't even hit a minute.
We had a dance off. Oh, there is no mercy. That just looks so weird sometimes, you know? Just Alistar Q. Just happens. And throws out a few bells for good measure. Style on them.
I mean, they get the ward down at the Raptors pit, so they'll know when Joker goes to it. So that's a win. But Mac kind of did lose out on the HP trade there, so that's a win for the side of Conduit.
It also doesn't matter.
It really doesn't. They both are basically full HP walking back to this lane because they did nothing to each other.
You're telling me the supports did no damage? No way.
So we have both junglers on opposite sides of the map here. As Frost started with the Abscondum Duck, is not going to land it onto Nyx there, and just going to go back to farming the wave at that point. But I'm curious to see how Batman paths this game, if he wants to try to help Void out in this extremely annoying matchup, or if he's just going to play for Frost and for Key in this game. Definitely going to be interesting. We were talking off air about how bad Kaisa actually feels right now, so we'll see if Key can make us a believer in this game.
Well, based on how it looks right now, Batman is, unless this is a 2-camp sprint to the top lane, this is going to be a full clear down to the bot, which is pushing right now. So, actually, Jungle's pathing opposites at the moment. That's interesting. It's not really that interesting given the lanes, as there's the Abscond, the Abduct, and a good amount of damage on to Nyx from Frost, and Nyx has auto attacks, sadly. There's really, just everything about Mel is a fun time and good experience, as far as I'm aware.
I love it so much. It's fantastic.
I love getting executed from a bit, like, for no reason, because she just threw 15 spells from out of my range.
Mel feels like what Malzahar wants to be sometimes so bad, where you just get a bunch of dot and then just get the free kill people, and it feels like that's what Malzahar wants to do, but Malzahar is just a bad champion.
Ah, bad champion. Countered by 1 Vex Q. Imagine losing your entire game to 1 Vex Q. You too can be a Malzahar main if that sounds entertaining.
I mean, it's gonna be a pretty slow game. Both sides want to start
Oh
getting some items
yeah.
and everything onto their team. Like, you kind of want one item on both mids and both
Ooh.
jungle. What
Yep,
is it, jungle?
that's gameplay.
Fro-
Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of farm on these jungles. Yep.
Yeah, I meant to say 80 carries and I said jungles, but like both 80 carries and mid laners want to get towards that one item before they really do start fighting us. We're getting a ping now. Joker's looking for the gank in the top lane to set up big news in this Gone.
Ooh, nice cue to land the fear, and Void doesn't seem to have much entertainment happening right now, as it is an easy first blood over to big news. There's a nice trade in the mid lane. Means nothing because Mel is under the tower.
Yeah, and that kind of feels how this game is going to go for Void. It feels very
Great.
unfun. There's no counterplay to it.
Guys, why can't we
Void-
just use like regular counters to Mbessa? Like, we already invented the counter to Mbessa. His name is Renekton, and he's way more interesting to fight.
Nah, I wish we saw the Fiddle Top for the
Oh,
investment.
Fiddle Top, true. The 100-something games of Fiddle Top lane that Loki
157
found while
games
doing
of-
her research.
Fiddle Top into Mbessa.
Those people
Um,
hate Mbessa, and I do too.
Yeah, but now Big News is just gonna have to push this wave out. He does not have TP, so has to make sure the wave is in a good spot before he does the recall. Frost had already taken a recall, his TP back to the mid lane now. Nyx is still waiting for, or is recalling now, could TP back to the wave as well, but now there's the item advantage for Void, which I don't really think matters in this matchup. I think Warwick can still win this 1v1 as he is right now.
What, the two longswords ain't doing it for you? The 20 AD ain't doing it for you?
No, not really. As we see also on the minimap, Joker has started up this dragon with his bot lane having push in this lane as well. Okina, big news hitting that level 6 here. I don't think he's going to tower dive yet at this point in the game, but who knows?
He can. He's Warwick. Do whatever you want. Who cares? Then no one's gonna stop you. Oh yeah, there it is. Full build Warwick. I love it.
Yep, it's very similar vibes to Aurelia being
Irelia,
full
yep.
build once you
Vamp
get
Scepter.
Warwick.
Oh, Irelia has 900 golden base. GG's. May as well just give
Yep.
up. Now I want to see
Alright.
what Batman's going to go for this game on the Sedge, because Sejuani is like the bard of the jungle right now in terms of itemization. You can kind of do a lot of things outside of building everyone's favorite first item, Bomby Cinder, and then never upgrading it for like 2 more items. Like, we've
Yeah.
seen Zeke's, we've seen Locket, we've seen Heartsteel. We have not seen the Giant's Belt Warmog yet. Maybe today is the day that we treat Sejuani like Mundo and throw our asses off.
I mean,
Big
we'll see.
flying. Big flying. Waited. He probably should have threw that while the thing was up, but it's fine.
I'm surprised Frost didn't try to steal Nick's ultimate there, because I think he would have had a kill if he was actually holding onto the Mbessa ult there, but...
And that, what the? You're
Mbessa,
wrong,
oh my God.
wrong,
Mellow,
wrong Medarda.
Mellow.
We're
Wrong
talking about
Medarda,
we're talking about the living Medarda, not the dead one.
Looks like Joker is gonna go for the Yomu's Ghostblade first item into Deadman's Plate, which
That
like
seems to be what was the thing when I looked it up.
yeah, that was like when Darius Jungle was like good before they hard nerfed it. That was the build, so I'm expecting
Before
to
they
see that
delivered
again.
justice? Before
Yeah,
they made the game better, you mean? So I had to see less Darius on my screen? Speaking of more Darius on my screen, Joker went for a steal with the level 7 Warwick. I hate this game. Conduit, Omega, why do you do this to me? This is
also
maybe
he
worse
and
than Seraphine.
mid lane now.
Oh wow, earliest swap.
Yeah, they look like
Is
they
the
want to
matchup
play
that
for
bad?
these Void Grubs.
Okay, I was like, there's no way the matchup's that bad for Frost. Like, he was winning, in fact. Oh, both sides have swapped now. Okay, everyone's just reading what's going on. They're like, okay, this is the vibe. This is the vibe of the game. Violence for the towers is the answer, I guess.
Yeah, but now the one benefiting from all this is actually Frost, who is solo in the bot lane getting XP while Nyx is sharing it with 2 other members. So Frost getting free gold, free XP, might even get a turret plate for himself down there in the bot lane as now Big News goes in.
Ooh, big jump in with the fear. We'll just be able to walk away. Frost not quite getting that turret plate, so only will get a slight advantage as grubs are started. Void not going to be able to make it down without sacking something. That looks hilarious. Oh my god. drifting Warwick. I love it. So we've rotated
Alright.
onto the grubbies.
Frost
one
is on the
headbutt.
way up now. Batman is still taking these. Big news is here. We'll see how this looks.
Oh, that's a jump in onto Mac Mittens. Not really who you want to be hitting. Nice shove out the way, but there's the Blade Caller coming through as Void still has not rotated down and definitely will not now that everything has gone to hell and just it's gone. The play is gone. This is a problem now. As Big News flashing over, predicting of dodge away from Batman, but just gets behind him to ensure there is a cutoff. And that is, it's GG. That's just the game.
4 kills have happened in this game. 3 of them are on Warwick, and 1 of them is on the Jungle Darius, and they have
game is over.
100% KP.
I hate everything.
Fantastic. I mean, that's just a rough fight to take as Monkey
That's just
Safari.
GG.
Like, that's just, like, really not understanding the power points of the side of Conduit Omega. Like, Urabessa can never join that fight just because of how hard she is losing in that matchup and how strong the Warwick was, and then your entire team stacks up for Darius to get a multi-man Q, stack up all the passives, and then just pick up all the kills. Like, in that team fight, only 2 summoners were burned by the side of Conduit. They burned the Flash and the Ghost out of their top side, respectively. And it felt like the side of Monkeys just, like, didn't want to use any summoners to try to outplay it or escape anything, and then just all kind of just fell down like dominoes. So now Warwick is fully built with the Blade of the Ruined King. Yeah, this kind of feels like this is the big news game, and it feels like this is... I'm
The game.
trying to find a way
No,
for
it's
Safari
over.
to come back into this one,
There
but
is
it's
no
gonna
way.
it's gonna feel so hard in this game with the comp that Conduit is playing.
The way they come back is literally that they opt to run, like Conduit Omega just opt to run it down for no reason. They overextend like 3 different times and just hand over gold off of the Warwick. Frost still not going to connect with the Abscond Abduct. Does win out in the trade, most importantly. I guess maybe Frost has a career game like we saw last game, but even then that wasn't enough in the first place as there's the double drifts coming through, triple drift still getting feared, and winning the trade at the moment, doesn't want to commit the public execution. So we are just going to just let Warwick do Warwick things.
Yeah, I mean, Void is gonna fight him here now. Mac is also here, but I still think they lose
No.
the 2v1.
And now he's on Vision, so now they know Mac is here. But Big News also, like, Okina could just go if they so choose, as a good buffer on the headbutt, but will still get pulverized as they do have the public execution. Actually, this is going to be a big chunk of change, but they don't have any CC to get rid of the endless duress, or infinite duress, sorry. Glacial Prison comes in. It's not even gonna still not be enough. Finally, a headbutt puts him down. Frost not even going to get anything out of that rotation as, oh, Joker just, nope, gets it. Dunk, auto, GG, shake my hand. You see why they nerfed Jungle Darius? Even though this is completely a Warwick top problem. Like, literally, this has nothing to do with Joker. I mean, good ganks, yes. Joker, very good positioning in this early game to get the Warwick ahead. This is just to annoy Nyx, I guess? I don't know. But, yeah, this has not been on the back of the Jungle Darius, unfortunately. This is a lot of this is a lot of Okina's doing.
Yeah, I mean, they sent 3 people up top for him. They burned 3 ultimates, 2 ignites, and he still got a kill out of it. Like, that is...
Can we nerf Warwick now? Like, I get that
looks
he's not good
ridiculous.
jungle, but can we nerf Warwick, actually?
No. 'Cause
He's
nobody
kind of
plays
still a
this
problem.
champ.
That is the thing. No one plays him, but he is definitely a problem top laner. Is kind of the problem. He's too much sustain for top lane, and the adequate amount of sustain for jungle.
And then once he gets a lead in top lane, he just snowballs the game like we're seeing right now.
And he holds barrier forever because that's how he baits you into fights, and it's very annoying. But as long as he has barrier, you can't not. You have to just not fight him. Yeah, maybe this champ needs a few nerfs in top.
Yeah, it also looks like Joker isn't going for Dead Man's Plate. He could be going for that Trinity Force for second item. Batman Also building the Heartsteel, getting that completed now on the base recall. As Poodle is up here, there could be a dive coming for Void very shortly. We'll see if they want to go for it, or if they're just setting up for the Rift Herald that does
Should just be
spawn
Rift
in the
Herald
next
setup.
minute 30 seconds. Yeah.
I don't know why they would want to dive in Ambessa. Like, as far ahead as you are, it's still not an easy dive because Ambessa is very slippery. There's the catch out onto Nyx now. Will be able to flash away to safety. They do also get out the, not the Unstoppable Onslaught. Oh my goodness. I can't remember the name of Alistar ulti right now. My brain is fried. I've been playing other games. As here comes the dive. On to Void. The fear comes through under the tower as... Oh, the aggro, not going to reset. They get the kill and barely get out of there with their lives. HP bar's blinking, but they do not care. Oh, this is, that's brutal.
Yeah, Darius and Warwick apparently both tank enough to get that tower dive done. Void played it the best he could. If he had Ignite, he probably gets that kill there onto big news as...
That looks funny. That just looks
Batman's
really funny.
gonna get chunked there. Mac Maintenance back down in the bot lane. There could be an angle, but first turret is gonna be picked up there for the side of Conduit, which means they already gonna secure themselves the fancy footwear.
Well, good news.
I
This
think
game will be faster than the last one. That's good.
I just
news.
realized I think they secured the
Yeah, they already have the
feats
pieces.
a while
They have the
ago.
feats strength.
Yeah.
No, not a while ago. They couldn't have.
Well, they have the 3 objectives.
Oh, they do
and
have the 3.
kills.
Wow. Okay, they've just had this the whole time. Yeah, they did. I'm just blind.
Yeah, I thought they got it off the first turret too. Not
No.
your fault, but no. Apparently they had it way before that. As now we saw it in the mid lane, Frost actually lose the 1v1 to Concrete there with a nice feather pull, and now that is just going to be Xayah free hitting this turret. Probably just going to be able to pick it up because of the 3 Void Grubs as well.
Oh my goodness, the damage is getting a little absurd. Xayah is still really strong. Like, very strong. Unlike Kai'Sa, who he said has been mostly bad for this year outside of organized play. Like, Xayah's just been doing Xayah things, still, especially in this matchup, more so than ever before. Just continues to stay winning. As Rift Herald, who it wasn't even a question, this is becoming a problem slowly.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of just a draft gap. I'm not sure who came up with this idea, if it was like Joker and Akina, or if it was their coach Cherry, who was like, hey, we play this is the time to bring this out and make it work. But definitely working to their favor. It feels like this is something that they played before with this Warwick top, but could also be the first time, and Okina could just be him. Who knows? But
no, it's
now
Warwick.
Rift
It
Herald-
definitely, like, it doesn't matter. It's Warwick. Anyone can first time this champion. Oh, there's the funny interaction I was waiting for as Nyx is dragged way too deep. Still has not stolen the Mel ulti, which makes me think you can't apply it, but they've made it work with every single champion, and gonna flash out after a solo bolo. Big chains connecting constantly for Frost.
I was gonna say ult or not doesn't matter because there's one in the mid lane.
Uh-oh. As that is just the Sejuani absolutely shredded. Darius finds one. Don't do that to your top laner, who's currently massively behind. And now the Infinite Duress onto Key, and it's a double kill as it's stolen away. Rude. Stolen away by Joker. And it's going to be Poodle getting one before the Warwick finds another. Jeez, you guys don't like the dog. We get it.
Well,
So then.
we're not at an insurmountable gold lead. It is only 5k.
The champion's
about to be
on.
6K.
It is insurmountable.
Well,
Small problem.
well, I mean, team-wise, I mean, Frost has a kill.
Team-wise, it's
Um,
not over, but if you look at who the gold's on, it's pretty. It's not looking pretty.
Yeah, I mean, it is a 3k gold lead in the top lane. It is a 2k gold lead in the jungle, or 2.5k gold lead in the jungle. Yeah, it's
Bad.
it's a bit rough out here in game number
A bit
2 for the
rough.
side of Monkey Safaris. It kind of feels like after how game number 1 ended, they're just not in the right mental space for it. It kind of feels like they're still floundering, while like Conduit came into game number 2 firing on all cylinders. So we'll see if they're able to keep this up, or if there's going to be another blunder in this series like we kind of saw in game number 1 between these two teams.
It will be the Heart Steel, which is not the best item, sadly, to build while behind, especially while you cannot fight at all in this situation, given the massive problems you'll have on engaging, because you're going to engage onto the Darius, and then the Warwick's going to be there, or whoever you engage on, there's going to be someone else just ready to eat your face off at the moment.
Yeah, and now we have 2 items on both Darius and Warwick. We have Warwick with the Bork and the Hex Tech, the Hex Plate.
The ultimate Hex Plate.
I was gonna say Hex Tech Ultimatum, but that's Camille's ultimate.
It's very similar, shockingly.
It's very similar. That's yeah, but yeah, experimental Hex Plate.
Well, we're both stupid,
kind of gross on Warwick. We have the Trinity Force, not the Dead Man's. There on Joker as the second item. He might be going to third. Who knows what they're going to build at this point, or if they even will get to a third item. We'll see. Because Otacon spawns in the next 50 seconds, and I realistically see a world where Conduit just takes it on spawn.
They should just take it on spawn. If they don't, I'd be thoroughly concerned, honestly. Also, we're just gonna... You're never gonna acknowledge that experimental hexplate is an item for 3 champions still. Like, no one builds this item.
I've seen Doggo build it at Worlds on Draven.
That was one time, and because he had an insane lead.
He built it twice. He played 2 Draven
He did build
games.
it twice.
Both games.
Yeah, and he's rolled both games. Oh, never mind. Screw that for now. Nyx is ooh, they can actually fly in with the ulti under the tower key, burning, ignited, and down from Poodle. And you should have just ulted onto the Mel, buddy.
Yeah, you should have just gone for it.
I don't know why you waited.
Wait, Key had barrier. Could he have lived the ignite tick?
Yes.
Oh man.
It does true damage, not.
He also had 2 biscuits.
It does cut healing, so he would have died on the biscuits.
But if you pop both, you get bonus.
If you pop both, he probably
like, You get an initial burst of healing, like of health.
Yeah, you would have got the initial burst, but okay.
But now we have Otacon secured by the side
of
Conduit Omega. The next thing for them.
Cringe.
The next thing for them, it took them less than 30 seconds.
I know, 25, but...
The next thing for them to take is going to be that Baron. Void's okay. Has to use the ultimate, but he gets out.
Question is, do Safari Monkeys finish the... Monkey Safari. Wow, sorry, I reversed it because it seems like a reasonable name to reverse, but I am dumb. I guess they play it out. It's statistically not going to last that much longer, sadly. Given Baron is in 4 minutes.
I'm curious if we're gonna get a Heartsteel proc out of Batman this game with how this game is
going.
We
aren't. We're not.
This is
unlikely.
Like they tried to play in the bot lane onto Nyx. Poodle was there to respond to it. I mean, immediately they lose the Otacon because of it, and then Void has to use the ultimate to escape from Poodle.
Ooh, they find something. They need to get this down before they can get the infinite duresses. There's the barrier into the glacial prison. That's not what it's called, but don't worry about it. As now they have to send in the 3rd member, Kaisa from downtown. Finally, they get him down, and that is a nice chunk of change.
We got the Heartsteel stack as well.
Oh my god, Batman, you did it. You really should have just went like Zeke's at this point.
I mean, they used everything. Void still almost died, but they did get the shutdown. But now that means in the next 30 seconds they won't have ultimates again to contest for the Dragon Soul. And okay, Key.
Okay, Key is in there, and Key is gone. As now it is just Batman, and got a 2nd Heartsteel stack. Picked up a 3rd death, though, for it.
Silver Lining, they got top lane outer turret, which had a bounty on it for the side of Monkey Safari.
Oh, it is Glacial Prison. I mixed it up with Frozen Tomb.
I mean, another thing is, this gold lead hasn't really expanded past the 5 to 6k point in this game. It's just been teetering around that. So, like,
they haven't taken another tower yet.
But, like, Monkeys has also been doing good of picking up gold. They got the big shutdown on the big news. They got the gold bounty on the top lane turret. So, like, they're keeping the game close. Like, it kind of feels doomed because of, like, how strong just everybody is on the side of Conduit. But, like, this game is still throwable. I've seen teams in this ELO throw these all the time. So, like, that's
kind of what I'm saying. I did say that. It requires multiple throws from Conduit to loot Void. You saw them there. Okay. Big News taking big chunks from tower mostly. As just not going to get the apprehend there. They should not chase this, by the way. This is the worst chase of all time if they go for it. And they will correctly back off of this.
Oh my god.
Jeez. And that is why you max Eon Zaya, people. This is why you play Zaya. Zaya is Zaya is such a good champion.
It was half of Key's HP bar with the feather recall. That was...
How many feathers was it?
I don't know, actually.
It was minimum 3, obviously, because it rooted, but...
That was still disgusting, though, to see actually happen. I mean, Baron spawns in a minute. You can see... I'm pretty sure Joker and Big News can just solo take it. Like
oh, yeah, no, Warwick can solo it already. Warwick solos it.
Is he building Sterix? He has a pickaxe.
He could build literally anything. Do you know how many bruiser items built out of Sterix?
He could even build a boat. We've always wanted one of those.
It's just like it's literally the support has a fairy truck. You build every item in the game. Ooh, Nyx from way down. They overcommitted onto assuming they didn't have. I mean, they get the flash, but they probably get the kill if they don't all pile into the wrong half of the bot side jungle there. As they trade their turret for it as well. So Void is left here to watch the turret die, because you're not fending for this.
Well, Frost is big.
This is a bold play, and they don't get anything out of it. I guess they get the top lane rotation out of Frost, so it's fine. They do get the bot lane turret, but it's not an inner.
I mean, Nick and Poodle can still play this.
No. Yeah, well, yeah, they can. I thought you were saying the other side. I was like, what? No. Ooh, Trailblazer. I have not seen that since Bard. It's like the only I haven't seen that since everyone thought it was going to be the meta-defining support item when it was announced. And now only Bard builds it.
It was good one patch after it came out because they buffed it, and then everybody was building it, and now they're just going for this.
They're kind of just going to have to go for whatever they can get, but they just don't have any damage right now. The smite comes through. And not going to actually find anything with the Mel ulti. The damage coming out from Key. It's going to be a double kill, but yeah, no. Not even a shutdown. 2-6 on this one now. And Warwick gonna find 2. Okina looking for 3. Headbutt gets buffered by the Q. It's a triple kill for the Mad Dog in the, well, from the top lane, now in the bot lane.
Yeah, Vander going a bit crazy there up at the top lane.
Is he Vander still, or like in the show he's Vander? They're separate universes though, and it's never really explained, and they have not tried to solve that problem yet. One day they won't. They won't solve that problem. They know.
Because I was like, in TFT, the only way to get Warwick is by having Jinx and Vi, and then you basically get Vander, and then it's Warwick though. I don't know. And
not tier 2 down.
Let's be clear, Arcade's a good show. It made the lore of League of Legends so confusing.
Because Riot refuses to say whether it's canon or not. As there's the public execution into the back, they will find the shutdown onto Concrete as Joker's just under the turret. But Joker is going to the fountain as it's another shutdown going on to Key. Thanks Loki for that one. I don't know if that was you or the game. As Big News still going to find one more. As it's an unofficial double kill because shutdowns override that. That was totally Loki. Good. We all know who to blame for that as the fight continues. Frost doesn't get the abduct into the play as there's the golden shout. It's not called that, golden eclipse. But they will take down Nyx thanks to Batman. She kind of looks like Catwoman. I'm also bad at memory, so that's a lie. Don't quote me on that. And no, she looks like Zoe Kravitz.
That's one way to like kind of come back in this game is by the side of Conduit to start. Yeah, I mean, Key's got 4 kills now.
Ooh, Nash is finished too.
Batman has 154 stacks on Heartsteel.
God, Aram has ruined Heartsteel for me, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I'm so used to getting like 700 stacks at minimum now. I'm like, dang, this item sucks in League.
Yeah. We have we have 3 forms of anti-heal.
All of them Bramble Fest. All of them Bramble Fest is the best part.
And then yeah, we have Riftmaker on Frost. I mean,
that's gonna be good.
Nyx isn't really doing as much damage as I expect every time he pops the ultimate either. I'm like
He only
expecting
has
so
2
much
items,
more.
and he's kind of building supportive.
Yeah.
Or he's going into a supportive
Oh.
build now with this future Morellos. It's a guaranteed Morellos at some point. Also, I guess he's just not getting that many stacks because it really, yeah. Mel ultis. I've seen them execute anyone, just anytime, whenever they want.
Yeah.
This is a 3-item Xayah. This is terrifying. This game might actually be over. Xayah is going to be the real problem eventually. That's a lie.
And Elder's up right now.
They are kind of chunking the Maokai, but that's not really who you want to be worried about at the moment. As you can see, the damage coming through. The public execution not going to connect to the glacial prison. Sure as hell not going to follow it up. And Joker already has one key, fighting for his life right now, but he is going to drop eventually. There's your Mel damage. As already in the base is big news, Okina, and this is just GG's. And it's going to be match point, championship point for Conduit Omega over the Monkeys Safari.
And this game just came to fruition at what, level 4 when Joker ganked top, and then it was kind of just game over from there. It was just like
the team
they
looked shaken.
Like they counterpicked the Warwick.
He's in the snow. Sorry, I had to point it out. It's very.
No, that's actually cool. But like, yeah, they were willing to pick the Warwick, the best counter into Mbessa, not named Fiddlesticks, and then just
they should have picked
absolutely
Fiddlesticks, cowards.
just absolutely played for it, and it worked out perfectly. So, I mean, Safari kept the game going for longer than I expected. It almost got to 30 minutes, but like, they really got to go back to the drawing board on this one. I didn't like their approach to draft, just going for like, what was it, Sejuani Kai'Sa 1-2. Like, I don't like that as an option whatsoever. But
Unforced Edge is a not great strategy, as I think almost every single pro team that has first rotation, not even first rotation, either B1'd or R1-2'd Sedge, like they generally lose more often than not, because Sedge is just really, like, they've made a lot, Riot have put in a lot of effort to making Sejuani so much worse because everyone's tired of seeing her. Like, that's the reason her and Maokai, like, those two are absolutely gone from jungle meta for the most part right now, because everyone got tired of seeing them for the past 3 years. Jeez. I forgot it was 3 years almost of this jungle meta. It was so awful.
yeah, I mean, we'll see if Monkey Safari is able to make that reverse sweep start to happen, or if Conduit Omega is going to shut the book on them and claim themselves the championship. We're going to head to a short break here as we get ready for teams to get ready for Game 3 draft. Don't worry, we'll be back in a couple of moments. we are back for what could potentially be the final game of Blue Otter Platinum League for this season. We're gonna have Conduit Omega stand on the blue side, Monkey Safari gonna be staying on the red side, and they really need to change up their draft plan if they want to make this reverse sweep happen. I mean, first approach, don't draft. I mean, you can't anymore, obviously, but don't draft Sejuani Kai'Sa 1-2.
Step one achieved then. Boom.
Step 1 already achieved. Step 2, there's some really OP champions in the game right now. Maybe we should start picking them. Like, no, I
Bring out everyone's favorite comp from, holy cow, was it 2014? The Meniski Pain Train. 4 enchanters, 1 ADC. You bring the pain to your enemy team.
just bring
I'm
out the
just saying.
Jinx, bring out the Lulu. Bring out
If
Ash,
you-
bring out Millia. It's that simple.
So I just need you guys also to ignore the result of the Meniski Pain Train game. They got absolutely steamrolled. That won't happen, I promise. One off. It was a skill issue. 4 enchanters is so OP. It's the new meta, I promise.
You could just play Tarek jungle. He's basically an enchanter if you
He's
want
an
to attack
enchanter,
people
yeah,
in.
he's kind of like Ivern, except good. Okay, that's a joke. Ivern is really good. I still like Ivern.
Ivern is really good. I just think the Tarek ult would work better
Oh, no,
for the
Tarek is-
composition.
Oh yeah, no. Also, Tarek can actually clear the jungle. As speaking of someone who can't clear the jungle, Victor locked in for Conduit Omega. Oh boy, they're not doing late game again. They're
I
doing
mean-
they're back to the late game. They're not doing their early game shenanigans. It seems.
I mean, I was gonna say, speaking of arcane and lore, that really doesn't add up anymore. Here's Twink
Ah.
Jesus and Victor.
Here's
Um,
canonically dead person. As what am I looking at? What year is it?
I mean, this is a Batman champion. This is Batman Udyr. This is the guy, the Udyr. I don't know how it's gonna work because you kind of need other CC options as Udyr. Because like, yeah, you can be an angry ram and run at people, but there's sometimes where that isn't enough, and you need just a little bit more. As Yunara,
That's a better
Uh,
champion than
better
Kai'Sa.
champion, but I still don't think she's that good right now. I like,
She's been nerfed a lot.
yeah. But Jarvan's gonna be picked, and
Oh, that's a
I
strong
mean,
champ.
good champ. Locks Udyr in place. Yunara can get over the wall, but it can still be annoying for her to deal with.
Also, you guys couldn't see this because this was before we actually before we came in for this draft. They were actually hovering the Jarvan ban on the side of Monkey Safari, and they opted for the Jax instead. And it's GG. I'm kidding. I've seen this Jarvan Misfortune combo fail so many times that it's definitely not GG. But Jarvan Victor Misfortune is a very scary trio of champions to stare down in terms of just ultimates.
Yeah, but you can also just go Braum here for the side of Monkey Safari, and Braum Yunara is a
It's a
decent
good lane.
2v2.
It's a good 2v2.
lane.
I like it.
It can actually be like Braum, unironically, is like the one support who I'm like, I'll pick this into Misfortune because I know I can, no matter like if they pick a melee to go with Misfortune, it's like I can win that 2v2 basically by myself.
Let's go.
So-
They actually did it.
I do really like this. As somebody who hates playing Braum, and I'm a
I
Braum
love playing
hater,
Braum. What? How do you hate
this
Braum?
champion,
Oh,
because he's so boring. He's just boring.
I just
um,
get to go forwards. I love going forwards. I love pressing Q and autoing. It's my favorite.
But yeah, but somebody who's a Braum hater, I would have picked Braum in this draft. I love Braum in this draft. I think it's also just a really good pair with Yunara. Now they're just gonna ban away annoying champions that work well with Misfortune that are bad
where's
for
the Ash
Braum.
ban?
So they're banning the Xayah away from Poodle here.
That's
Poodle
not
does play Zyra. Names too similar. Leave me alone.
I too hate Zyra. Not even close to spelled the same. It's really funny actually.
Yeah, but they
So
sound
similar. They sound
so
exactly the
similar.
same, but they do not spell the same at all. I hate Zyra. She's one of the most annoying champs in the game. I like this ban. That's unrelated to her viability. She's actually really good with this comp right now because it's a circle comp. And Misfortune, I guess, who has a triangle, but it works well with the circles, so don't think about it too much. It's like the
You
it's
could.
like the Take Me Out music video. You know, it's a bunch of triangles and circles for some reason. I don't know what the vibe was in that. It kind of worked though.
I do like the Nico choice of ban as well. Nico works really well with Jarvan, even with Victor and Misfortune.
Do they not?
I-
They could have took Nico. mid. It's not really meta, but
Yeah, there's
how is
only one
Nico not?
person I trust playing Nico mid, and like he doesn't play in platinum anymore.
She's too good for platinum. Dang.
Yeah, but another interesting support I was thinking that isn't really meta that could be picked is like a Mumu, but like I really don't like that either. So
No,
you're probably just gonna go the standard Leona or something like that.
I have so much trauma from that.
You
Oh my
you
god.
could also go Rel in this one. Rel like a Leona, perfectly fine. Rakan, if you feel confident on it, works with your composition as well for the side of
Rakan
Conduit.
loses to Braum though. That's kind of the thing.
It's more like 50-50. Rakan doesn't really lose the
He
matchup.
doesn't
They kind of
hard
just,
lose,
like,
but he makes it very hard to
I mean,
lane.
the last time I played Rakan into a Braum,
Oh.
I won the game, but that's
You
just
can
me
no, it's
personally.
beatable.
But
But
we're
like
getting a let's hold all that. Rakan, Braum, whatever. We got LeBlanc in the
fine.
mid lane here for
I'm
Frost.
intrigued.
Frost is saying, if nobody's gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna win this game.
Hold on, wait for it. Come on, do it. You won't. I don't like this ADC support pairing, by the way. Not a big
I
fan
don't
of it.
either. I
The
don't
ultis
either.
work well together, but that's literally all they do. But if they
I
do
mean,
lock it in,
if you
I
wanted,
decide where the tide goes. Yay!
I think they're just doing it to have double ranged into Braum. It's not the best.
Is
80
better
carry
double
support
range?
pairing.
There's
With
better
Misfortune
double
though, like you could have gone Renata, I guess. Renata wouldn't have been
Bard.
bad, but like
Go
Braum,
Bard.
Paige
Do it,
doesn't
you
play
won't.
Bard. Paige doesn't play Bard.
How dare you? Oh,
Yeah, my own
Sion.
daughter doesn't play Bard. I should ground her, honestly.
You should. Screw it. Just
yes.
take Thresh at that. Just screw it. Just take Thresh. Like, I don't.
We
care.
got Sion, gonna be super tanky up there in the top lane. Curious what Void
Alright,
is gonna
Vayne.
bust out here. Vayne already got picked.
I know that was the joke.
Callista top. Let's bring it back. Let's
Oh my
bring
God,
it
Kalista
back.
top. Loki,
You-
what? You don't remember that? Loki, you can't be mad at us for remembering Kalista top lane.
Yeah, you can't. Loki, you can't be mad
Is
at me
Loki a
for
top
remembering
laner? I
Callista
never
top
actually
lane
know where-
when- No, she's a support player, and
How?
she
How do you
begs for
trauma?
Soda Seraphine all the time, and I'm over here saying, let's play Callista top. But it's gonna be Orin, the Forge God, gonna be locked in here to round out the engage necessary for the side of Monkey Safari. Looking at these two drafts, Kimchi, which one are you more of a fan of here for this third game?
I'm gonna say Conduit. They should have took the Rel. I think Rel just works way better with the comp they have. I don't think I've ever seen Nami Misfortune. I don't know why. Like, Nami literally exists to just be a Lucian sidekick at this point in League of Legends for the most part. I don't like the kind of synergy. It counts as synergy, but it's also like, if you follow up on a Nami Q, yeah, great. You're every other champion in the game. Congratulations. Like, she doesn't attack fast enough to really get benefits out of the Tidecaller's Blessing. Ebb and Flow is healing. Q is a stun. R is, I guess technically she has synergy with it, but it's like, everyone has synergy with Nami because it's an enchanter. That's not saying much. I'd rather just have a more aggressive person in lane at that point, like the Rel that can make space for the MF to lay in damage. Especially, I guess Braum kind of throws a wrench in that because he's Braum, can block the damage. Also, once you hit 6, that becomes a lot harder of a 2v2 to get that ulti down consistently for the MF, but getting lane presence is just so important, honestly, for MF, because that's kind of her whole thing, is laying in consistent poke damage with the either the enhanced autos or the Q bounces. Nami throws a Q. If it hits, it hits. If otherwise, you're kind of just stuck staring at Braum for 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting one to see how bot lane goes. I think both drafts are very similar. The only like real difference is obviously the LeBlanc coming in. Can easily delete this Misfortune and this Nami in the backside. So definitely going to be interesting to see how those team fights go. I'm going to sneeze here.
They have put Frost on, like, oh, sorry, Chong. Bless you, Chong. But they have put, like, given how Frost has been kind of the guy these last 2 games, besides Key, obviously, on the Sivir, and supposedly given the keys to the car in the castle on the Kaisa, not the greatest pick, but, like, Frost has been kind of the rock for Monkey Safari this series. And so to see them just go, here's this explosive champion that can turn the tide of any team fight just by finding a pick, Just go. They have three squishies. Pick one of them, boom them, and we win a team fight. I really do like Frost being handed just such an important role in being a key part of the team fight instead of just being the guy who presses Q or the guy who, I guess technically the Silas was also one of those where it's like you go in and you do a lot of stuff for us. But it wasn't like Frost was the focus of the team. It really felt like they wanted Key to be the guy to pop off, you know?
Yeah. Hold on.
Chong is finding something. Ooh.
Sorry, I got a DM from somebody.
Oh my god, Chong.
Yeah. No. I was curious if it was going to be important to the stream or not, but it wasn't.
It was not.
But it was not important to stream. It was not vital information needed to be shared with the class. I did not bring enough to share my treats with the class. But regardless of that, I'm going to head to a short break here as teams finish up in client drafting and wait for spectator play. Let's see if Conduit can get the 3-0 sweep and crown themselves Platinum BOL champions, or if Monkey Safari is going to start the reverse sweep right here, right now. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back in a couple of moments. And we are back for game number 3, which can be our final game of the night between Conduit Omega and Monkey Safari. Right now, you will see no action because we did have a short little pause after a pause because of a pause from a pause. But now the time is ticking. We are in what could be the final game. But if any draft from Safari can be the winning draft, it is this
It was
one.
last
This
game.
one, nah, I
Sejuani
think
Kaisa, that was it. That was it. They peaked.
yeah, sorry. They should have
They
won
peaked.
last game. There's no chance this game.
Yeah, they peaked with the worst draft of the series, if you ask me.
But I really do like this draft out of Monkey Safari. I think it
Okay.
is a very synergistic composition, which like is something I felt like they were kind of missing. Like I think game 2 went too heavy in the dive and they just got hard outplayed by the draft of Conduit. But I think this one is a very
I don't
good
think you can say that
draft.
was a draft diff. It didn't really matter if it was draft. Like, there's a level where it's like, okay, draft didn't matter this game, and that was last game 100%.
But yeah, we'll see how this is. My eyes are definitely going to be on Frost this game after how well he performed in the Ziggs game. After being like the only stable member in the last game, I think this one, my eyes are going to be on him, how he does perform on this LeBlanc here in this game. As you see the double range really working out so far for the side of Conduit in the bot lane. But winning
These
in
are
the
where
mid
my
lane
eyes
trade,
are. Top
What,
lane,
the
nothing's gonna
hearts-
happen.
the you talk about the Heartsteel Grasp battle that we're going to see up there in the top lane.
Yes, the Heartsteel v Heartsteel battle we're gonna see eventually, where nothing holy cow, look at that trade. Look at this trade. Look at the damage. Ignore the bows and boom. Look at that grasp stacks. Things are that is the benefit of tank v tank. Like we always meme on it being boring, but like these guys will throw
we're
hands.
going. Wait, we're going.
Hold on. The damage coming through. Is there gonna be a flash? We need to see a Q come out from Void as big shield coming through to block all the pillar damage, and that's why two tank top lanes can be amazing. Sometimes you get a Malphite game where no one does anything for 15 minutes. But you get like Ornn Sion, they be cooking up there.
I mean, hey, you've never seen my Malphite, then I will.
Oh no, I
solo
trade
you.
like a beast.
I just trade Qs. I wait for level 6. They're about half HP. I have enough mana, and I'm like one combo. I'm gonna one shot them. It is my time as full tank Malphite.
I love taking mana flow on Malphite because it's like the only way you get to actually use spells in lane. Before resetting, it's like, damn, I can't do anything. I gotta wait for my mana flow to come back up to throw another Q, or else we're gonna
Yep.
run out. Because you have like, I learned that you have exactly like enough mana if you space it out to wait for your mana flow stacks. You can throw 6 Qs perfectly without running out of mana and dying immediately.
Yeah, I do love me some Malphite. Maybe I'll roll. You know what? Here's my petition, Bully. I petition. I can come back to BOL Platinum as a top laner. I have a champion pool of exactly 2, and their names are Malphite and Quinn, as we are getting a big fight down here in the bottom lane.
Double stuns coming through, and there's the flag and drag now onto Batman, trying to run away, and cannot get to the wall to flash out to safety. It's first blood to concrete. Sorry about that one. Frost laying in a little bit of damage, gets the electrocute, but is slowed at the moment. Nyx probably doesn't have the chase, forcing out the flash with the flag and drag from Joker, as that should be the end of this, as we're throwing hands in top lane. Let's go. Okay. As Void dashes in. Hold on. Do we have a W and a flash? No, we do not have another W on the table, so it's big news. Sion lives.
Typically, Ornn is gonna win this matchup just because
he
of
went
how
there
strong how strong Brittle is in this matchup. It is very good for him. But Sion does infinitely stack HP and can just build a Warmogs and then like clear a wave, lose half his HP to Ornn, and then just walk away and be full HP for the next wave.
Well, good news for you. We're gonna have Schrodinger's item because they build out of the same Heartsteel and Warmogs have the same build path.
We are also going Thimblewinter this game here for Void, it looks like.
Good choice, good choice. I like that. I feel like I never see this enough when we should.
Yeah, I mean, I remember a while ago I saw a TikTok of Riot August talking about just mana items in League of Legends for top laners because like they kind of got rid of a lot of tank mana items back when they brought in the what was the item system with
Methods?
with mythic items. They didn't want to build more tank mythic items that have mana that it feels like you have to build them, so they kind of changed the way the mana costs and like mana regen for top laners and stuff, so you didn't have to
Oh yeah,
do
that was
it.
a great idea.
The only
That's a
one
great-
is Thimblewinter now, really, that feels good to build as a top laner, because like Frozen Heart is just really, really bad.
It's occasionally good.
It can be in certain team comps, but I think it's definitely really interesting to like when like I hear like writers talk about like their idea when like developing games and stuff like that. Like I remember another one talking about like Warden style characters, which Braum is. Braum is like the only true Warden in the game.
Excuse me, Warden doesn't need any hook champion according to Riot. Or is that Vanguard?
No, that's Vanguard.
I don't understand why they call them Vanguard. Just call them
Warden, like Warden is the only one is Braum, and the other one is like was supposed to be
The other one was
Cassante
Ken.
before he was all out.
Hey, the other one was Kench, I believe.
Maybe
Before
I'm not
they
sure.
He was a Warden before they reworked him and
Okay,
ruined his
okay.
Devour combos.
Obviously we're talking about all this
We're
because like,
powdering.
really no action is happening. We're doing the LCK LoL state right now as Dragon is being started up here by the side. Of
What?
Conduit.
Oh,
wait,
again?
Nick's getting ganked.
No. The stun comes through, doesn't have the double up on... Actually, might have the double up on the... Why do you do that now? Batman, you're pissing me off. Oh, look at this. We're gonna get... Oh, we don't get a Searing Charge. We get Grasp Trade, so who cares? This Frost is fishing and nothing. But yeah, we're gonna be powdering for quite a bit. This game is... Ooh. Dude. Bong. Oh, what a bumper. Doesn't even need to... Oh, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Oh, wait, he gets a Grasp Stack? He got it already.
The
And
buffer
some of the
didn't-
wave?
The buff. Wait. Oh,
No, the funniest thing, we called it a buffer. He didn't even buffer because he didn't get to... he did it early. So he
Yep.
just canceled the dash entirely, or he canceled the bounce entirely. So I guess that still, it had the desired effect. It was just way less cool. Come on, you should have dodged the redirect. It would have been way
Yeah.
cooler, dude. I'm telling
You
you,
should've-
it would have won your highlight reel.
You should have flashed over the Scion ultimate and then hit
He
him from
should have
behind.
flashed. True. He should have
Yeah, yeah.
flashed.
But now, Yunara and Braum are going to be up here in the top lane for these Void
that's
grubs.
nice.
As down in bot lane, they're going to be putting Void. He doesn't have TP right now, so he can't come up to this one, but it's going to be misnumbered because they sent big news back to the top lane as Conduit Omega, and you can see that Concrete and Poodle are already in this mid and top side
How
respectively.
the hell did he even
so-
get back up here?
So they will literally have a full 5-man unit for the side of Conduit. Well,
Batman's
see
dead.
Void is walking up now.
Yeah, Batman's just dead.
Yeah.
Good job, team. Okay, that's the end of the fight. It's time to disengage if you are a Safari monkey. As Exhaust on top of the stun is a stylistic decision there. Nyx is still laying in a lot of damage. It's kind of low, but they don't have any ability to go forward. They just got the Transcendence. I keep calling it Transcension because Ascension, but that's not the correct form of the word. But that's a few... I don't give a damn.
Yeah, but in the meantime, like, they got the kill on the...
Oh, this is not good. Wait, maybe it is. The Chaos Storm does pick up another kill. There's not enough move speed. That gravity field was so damn clean from Nyx. It's a double kill in the top lane, and yeah, that's not good. 2-0-2 victor is not what you want to see as Frost trying to possibly find a kill, but there's the bullet time and does get out of there like Neo. Does cost him the clone, the most important passive in the game.
I was about to say that play wasn't entirely terrible for Monkey Safari because, like, you're on his bot side, he's getting a lot of free gold, can get super tanky in this game, and then McMittens and Key decide to send it. They missed the Braum ultimate. They lost the 2v2. They lost the Void Grubs. They lost Batman before it. So it went from in a play you can not feel great about, but, like, be like, hey, well, at least we got something, into a play it's like, that really was not good. Like,
yeah, but you know who's not losing? Void. Remove the grubs. Void is absolutely barbecuing this.
oh.
Guys, here comes the Ornhorn. It's going to connect this time. They do have the Unstoppable Onslaught to get out. As, ooh, does buffer the charge as well, actually, into the Unstoppable Onslaught, but there's a Brittle Proc forced to flash away. Flash follow, and that's going to be another solo kill for the Thunder Lord.
And he's not even... one
not even
auto
close.
attack.
Not even close. Thank God the minions were there to be minions in League of Legends and do some blocking. I call it something else. We're not allowed to call it that on stream, I've been told. By no one. By me. I told myself not to call it that.
Also, Void, didn't talk about this. Like you said, is the Thunderlord Orange skin, and if anybody knows, that is the pay-to-win skin, just because of the Q animation and the ult animation are very similar, so sometimes it can be hard to discern them when he does
I
go
thought we were
for,
gonna talk
like,
about
full
Thunderlords.
combo.
I thought we were just gonna talk about Thunderlords.
We have bad Thunderlords now. It's called Electrocute.
Yeah, we have Electrocute, which is not as cool as Thunderlords was, where everyone in the game ran it. Ooh, Concrete, getting run at the moment. There's the flat. Hand him the trophy.
Oh, man. Wait. We're Hex Flash Braum?
You
I mean-
can do it, but I haven't actually seen Mac use it at all this game.
I need to
Is
talk
the
to
neat
Mac
part.
after this game. I need to talk to Mac after
Why do
this
you not have
game.
biscuits? Wait, why? I guess you have biscuits, but hold on. Wait,
I
no,
don't
there is.
know if he does have biscuits. I think he's
I haven't
probably
seen 'em.
Cosmic. He might be Cosmic Insight and a Hex Flash.
Why are you Cosmic Insight Hex Flash and not Cosmic Insight Biscuits?
You don't even need biscuits. You could have gone like approach velocity. Like
You
no, you
could have,
want
actually,
Cosmic
that would've been
Insight. You
interesting.
could have gone.
You
You
need
could have gone
Cosmic.
approach velocity, but Cosmic is so good on support. But like Hex Flash,
Hex Flash is a choice on Braum. Usually
you
you don't
could
take it.
you could have gone free boots. Like I wouldn't have been mad. That was the meta for a while in support when Redemption was like absolutely more broken than it is
Ooh.
now. So you would just go free boots. So you had more gold. Now Void is getting TP'd on.
I
Joker
don't
is
think
down here
they're
as
doing
well.
anything. I think this is for the Dragon, not for Void. They
Hey, you
don't.
never
I mean, they
know.
do have Unstoppable Onslaught available now. They just got it back. So maybe maybe Okina feels like running into the enemy team, screaming and/or dying constantly.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. You can see right now Misfortune is in the mid lane, getting control of that mid lane. Big Lou's taking a lot of damage down here.
Bit late. They're gonna teleport Void back in. I don't know if I like this play. Fun fact. As, ooh, nice double stun gonna come through. Actually was not in time. And now the Ornhorn coming in. They don't block it, but they still get the flag and drag off. And now the Cataclysm coming through into the bullet time. And that's a lot of damage going down. It's a 1-for-1 at the moment. Is Frost going to successfully 1v1 the support, but who really cares? As here comes the Unstoppable Onslaught. Is going to kind of connect, but Key now 2v2 and he's dead. Frost doesn't have the spells up right now.
Go to the dragon. Don't chase. Don't chase. Just go to the dragon.
Don't make the mistake, please.
The fight won by the side. Initially, I thought that play could have been good for the side of Monkeys because it was a good ultimate there at a Void, hitting both of Joker and I believe it was Poodle. But then this fight got so split. Like, Joker did so much initial burst damage onto Batman. Batman immediately fell down. It was a good bullet time there. Out of Concrete as well. Like, he did the best he could in that situation. As Frost is looking for a little bit more, but now Poodle's there. The rest of the team
The rest of the team is
is
here. But Nyx is going to drop now. As potentially they look for the chases. There's the stun. Nice two-man Glacial Fissure coming through. It's going to be a double kill eventually. Or at least 2 kills. Fine. No double kill is big. Here he goes. Heartsteel Gaming. Can he get any? He got 1. Most you can ask for in a dying Scion surrounded by 4 people situation, I guess.
He did get 1 on the Frost and did a nice chunk of little bit of damage there to him. Frost's gonna have to recall now, but a little
Frost should have
overzealous.
reset anyways.
Frost, yeah, but like, hey, Safari made a play work after they lost the Dragon. They had an initial good fight, and it did take a while for the Dragon to get taken by Conduit because it was only the Scion and the Victor. So they were able to get back down there quickly after their reset.
Oh,
This
yeah,
could be
Batman's dead. This Udyr has been less than impressive, underwhelming, as he is dead. Actually, he has flash. Okay, never mind. Didn't have flash. I completely forgot about that. Is transcending, but is it going to do enough? Has that kind of Runan's bounce effect? Not Runan's, kind of like static shit. I don't know what I compare it to usually. As Key forced to disengage the bullet time, we'll get the flash out. Is there's the Kamehameha wave coming through, but the Cataclysm is enough to secure the dunk. Why doesn't Jarvan have a dunk master skin? It is 4-1-5. Holy cow! I feel like Joker's just kind of quietly had this pop off.
I feel like Joker's been playing well this entire series. Like,
I feel like all of Conduit have.
Yeah. Maybe not Okina so much this game, and maybe not so much in next game 1. But yeah.
Oh
for
yeah,
the most
Nick.
part,
Oh, don't. Why'd you remind me? You could have just let it slide. You reminded me of that Smolder game.
For the most
Oh,
part, kind of been
blue
playing well.
bong. Void loses this, by the way. Oh,
Not anymore.
maybe. The backup is here. Nice cancel coming through. The stun just gonna reach. Glacial Fissure's already back up. Jeez, we're at low CD at this point.
And we
Is-
didn't need to use it.
It was just insurance because if Void got
Yeah.
absolutely boomed, or just in case Void didn't go forwards with the W, in case like didn't want to go for it, you just throw the fissure down, it gets the kill no matter what, so it's fine. Clearly, it's low CD enough that it doesn't matter anyways. Like, come on, it's already a quarter of the way back up.
Oh, there's a play onto Nyx.
Nyx
Nyx
is
taking a
dead.
lot of damage.
Nyx dies, unless actually Batman's tanking here. Poodle got the kill. Who cares? It's perfect. Good trade. Into the Herald as well. That's actually really good.
Yeah, I mean,
If they can get it, why are they fishing for a Nami kill right now, guys? Okay. Actually, no, don't. I forgot that was Joker. I thought that was a different person.
yeah, no, that is the man, the
Good
myth,
call,
the
good
legend.
call.
Joker from Persona 5 has showed up.
Or Joker from... I don't want to say Batman. It's like the Joker from Palatro.
Joker, the Joker who laughs, which is the dark timeline where Batman becomes Joker and he kills people. And that's
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, all of them laugh, but I know which one. Yeah.
But like
the dark
that's
time-
a specific dark timeline
is-
known as the
yeah.
Joker who laughs. But
That's
yeah,
such a good name for it.
Yeah,
Why
really,
did they
it's
start the
so
Red Herald now? As Joker going to get the flash into the flag and drag, but he's getting kind of locked down, but now the CC connects, but Key jumps over the wall. You mentioned that earlier, but Batman's already gone down, and the Transcended Yunara does nothing. Void, with his big lead up in the top lane, means absolutely nothing in the face of the enemy team, and he gets his kill back. So who really is winning? Checkmate. Void.
okay, I apologize. I've been corrected by Big Ray Angry Hobo, also known as Black Eyed
Oh.
Peas. It's the Batman who laughs, which is
Yes, there you go.
yeah,
Okay,
yes. It's
I
not
don't
the
know
Joker,
it.
it's the
I've
Batman
heard of
who
this
laughs.
one. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, very good comic. Overall, a lot of Batman is good. Some Batman is okay, but for the most part, all Batman comics are good. But yeah, I mean,
Was this intentional?
was what intentional?
Was the
Joker
jungle
versus
pairing
Batman?
the jungle names, were those intentional for the finals?
I don't know, but it's pretty great that we have Batman versus Joker, and Joker is getting the
Joker's
upper hand.
winning. Joker's winning a lot. Ooh, flank potentially, but Nyx is pretty close to the turret right now. They do land the Glacial Fissure, and the concussive blows might not proc. Throw more autos, please. Is now into the teleporting Scion. Is there going to be a potential turn? Voodoo. No, perfect again from Okina. And now it is just disaster. Concrete unstoppable, I think. Nope, Scion's gonna stay up for now. Key gets mentally and physically boomed right there by Concrete. And it's time to start pounding down these mid lane turrets. Shelly's here to have a good time. She's even dressed up for the Christmas party that League seems to be having right now. As, oh no, things are, they've gone from bad to worse, Chong.
Yeah.
Oh, Frost, maybe they've gone good? No, Frost is very dead at the moment. Oh, big blocks coming through. Frost lives.
I feel like this is the beginning of the end. This should just be Conduit going and putting themselves onto Soul Point. Then they have the Otacon in the next 2 minutes. Oh, they're fishing for a pick. Oh no.
They should.
Oh,
This is a
no.
good play. Well, it's Void. How much are they going to get out of this? Let's see. A lot. They can't stop the ulti from the Misfortune. And now it is time to run down the monkeys. The Safari is being shut down right now. There are no more monkeys. Conduit Omega have genocided them. Is it a genocide if it's an animal?
They made him go extinct.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm like, genocide sounds way cooler in this situation.
Yeah, but genocide also has a lot of negative connotations.
I guess. Yeah, it does, but it's accurate for this specific situation.
But now, like I said before they got the pick and a lot of kills there, it is going to be putting themselves onto Soul Point. They should look to reset, or they could just take the Otacon when it does spawn in 30 seconds. And then you can either try to force the win after that, or you can just wait for the Baron to come up and get yourself the secure win. They did the smart play of not taking that inhibitor because Baron spawns at 25. We'll be back to 20 minutes in Season 16. But not taking the inhibitor, not wanting the free avenue of gold back into the pockets of either Key or Frost for this game is a very intelligent play coming out there from the side of Conduit Omega.
Oh, we are suffering. No damage Yunara right now. This is pain. This is suffering. Atacon is spawned, and the monkeys aren't even on the right side of it. They're just going for a 5-man top lane. They're doing what they can. It's a struggle out here.
So now it is, yeah, they're just going 5-man top, trying to get some gold wherever they absolutely can in this game. Makes a lot of sense, but Okina is going to be here.
Yeah, Okina's here and does buy a little bit of time. Does he clear out this entire wave? Not yet, but there's the unstoppable onslaught, and he's gonna find a solo kill. He finds Batman. Is he gonna find anything else? No, he's finally getting a little bit shredded, and will drop to Key. Should be able to actually get rid of this wave with the enraged form, but he's actually gonna go for hard steel stacks. What a good man. That's an ARM player right there, if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, he definitely could have just cleared the wave and stopped the turret from going down.
No,
but
he wanted to be a clang. He's a clanger, a true clanger. He knows.
But, I mean, gets the solo kill onto Batman in the 1v4. His team gets so much on the map there. They did claim the Otacon for themselves. And now Void going to take a whole lot of damage on the backside here.
Yeah, the lead doesn't matter when they're that fed. The Ornhorn connects with 2, but the tidal wave is perfect, and they're standing in the gravity field, the gravy field, as every health bar is just getting absolutely shredded just outside, actually. Frost passive saving him from the Cataclysm's walls. But now it is time to officially pound down the base, and in my best estimation, I can tell you this should be the end, actually. Not even might, as there's the jump in into the back line. Frost is down. They put the keys in his hands, but no one could do anything for the Monkeys in this game, and it is just Void and Key to watch as the base is gonna get shredded. Look at the damage coming out from the Scion of all people. Key goes for the double, can't get it. Batman, what can you do? You can't save Gotham, you can't even save a mere Nexus. And Conduit Omega will be the Conduit roster to reclaim the throne in Platinum Division BOL.
Conduit back on top after having only one split where they did not win a championship in Platinum since they started winning all the way back with Nation. But now they are once again winning themselves here in 3-0 fashion. Dominant series gonna be coming home with that trophy back to the camp of Conduit. And now, Kimchi, I gotta ask you, for the 3-game series, who is your finals MVP?
It's really tough. There's 2. I'm gonna no, sadly not. as awesome.
I mean,
maybe
there's a debate for it. I think my 2 votes. I'm either in Camp Page, aka Poodle, or I'm in Camp Joker. I think those are
the 2.
people.
I mean, okay, I guess we can only assign one MVP. I guess we'll figure out who's doing interviews after. Joker did a lot. Like, I really wanted to go to. I wanted to go to a support. I really would love for it to go to a support, because as a support main, Unity, we stand together. I feel like I have to say Joker though.
I think
no, Loki's convincing me though. She's making a good case.
Look, she's making a great case for my daughter. But I think personally, with the pressure that was provided, the momentum, the reason they kind of won game number 1, I think my votes are for Joker. I think that Baron steal really created all the momentum for the series for the side of Conduit. I'm voting for Joker as my series MVP personally.
Loki, you can vote for Paige so that it's not a complete sweep. Loki is voting for Paige, but I also have to go for Joker. Like, the reason they won game 2 pretty much by just getting that early gank off. Again, just here putting a constant I mean, again, that the whole game kicked off with Joker going bot lane and putting pressure down to get a really nice gank with, yes, the mid. Nyx was there too, but like, I'm gonna say that was Joker in the bot lane. Nyx happened to be there as an accessory, and the Baron steal that literally, who knows where this whole series goes if Joker doesn't steal that Baron 2.5 hours ago. Jeez.
I mean, with that, Conduit going to be coming home with the trophy. We are going to head to a short break here as we set up interviews with the winning team. If it's whether one player or multiple, we'll be finding that out. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back in a moment for the winner's interview with Conduit Omega.
to hold our heads up high and beat the drum to what we love. Risk the fall, oh, we have felt it all come crashing down from far above. Stars are rising, countless worlds colliding, only one will take it all. Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we make the final call? We are the ones to ignite the darkened skies. The champions of a world that we defy. A soul
And we are back for our winners interview with all of Conduit Omega. I'm going to throw my first question to their team captain. Ivar, you guys have won the championship 3-0 fashion, getting the championship back in the Conduit camp. How do you guys feel after winning this?
I feel great. It was a good series. I think I don't want to get like overshadowed by all the stuff that's going on in BOL Plat, but I do think this Monkeys roster was a really strong roster. We struggled against them in the regular season, and we definitely prepared for them. So the preparation showed, and we were able to come out with a win.
Yeah, you guys did a really good job, really showing that prep is all that matters, and regular season or not, you can overcome those and triumph them. But now, my next question is going to be the man who we determined was the MVP for the series, the super sub himself, Mr. Joker, coming in semifinals, playing finals. Was this always the plan coming into playoffs, or was it kind of a last minute decision and like everything just clicked with the team, or have you been practicing with them for a while in preparation for subbing in for semis and finals?
It was just a last minute decision. It's the Yeah, it was just a last minute decision. I really last week or the week we played Bread's team was the first week we actually really even played together all season.
I mean, yeah, it
So
looks like you guys didn't really miss a beat with you coming in. It seemed like everything just worked out perfectly and you guys were able to do it. And I mean, you had some phenomenal games. I kind of credit you for being the reason you guys won game number one with how close it was. You got that Baron steal, and then it kind of just snowballed into you guys winning it and then winning out the series. So, how did you feel in like that close game number one in that moment going for that Baron steal?
was really happy. I hit the 50-50 smite and uh yeah, was really happy, proud of my team for following up with the fight. And even if we didn't take Baron, I say we still won the game because we have Smolder insurance and Vein insurance. So obviously the game could play a little bit different with Baron a little bit longer, but I still end of the day I think we won.
All right. Kimchi, any questions you want to be asking?
So the most important question, the most pressing matter, was the Joker versus Batman intentional?
Wasn't say it wasn't planned, but maybe not.
We had to ask after a while because it just dawned on us that Batman and Joker are on opposite teams. I think I asked in the very last game, like, maybe they did plan this silly little name gag the entire time.
No, this
But-
is actually props to Batman. This is actually my first time beating him in a series, so it's
Oh, it was meant to be.
it was meant to be in finals. But congrats, he
Yes.
played great. But yeah,
You guys made the timeline where the Joker wins, which probably exists in one of the comics. I don't read all of them, but you guys have been pretty funky drafters, for lack of a better term. You guys kind of do what you want on the Rift, and kind of just it seems to have been working. I mean, clearly it's worked out a lot. Walk us through that game 2 draft. First pick Mel, Sedge Kaisa into the Darius, and then last that was B5 Warwick.
Yeah, I mean, so I'll just take that. We had a coach drafting for us. Shout out Chelsea. She really helped us in this series drafting. But we kind of had the idea of picking the Darius early to keeping a flex for top jungle since both Joker and Okina play the Darius. And it just happened to be that in our warm-up game, Okina played Warwick top into Fiora and dropped 20 some kills in our solo queue game. And he was just like, hey, U.GG says Warwick is a good matchup into Mbessa. Can I pick it here? And Chelsea just says, sure, and locked it in. And that's all it was.
That was our reaction to it, considering we spent pretty much the entire rest of that time looking up Darius jungle and Warwick top lane. But we if you guys want to counter Mbessa, Fiddlesticks jungle has like 100-something
No,
games against, or Fiddlesticks top lane, sorry. Fiddle top has like 100-something games against Mbessa. I think you guys should try it out. It seems like it's up your alley.
It's funny you say that because I am a fiddle mid merchant.
Oh,
I think fiddle
it was meant
six
to be.
mid
It was
is
meant to
really
be. You should have did
good.
it. It would have been so funny. But no, absolutely insane draft. Chong.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask my question here for Mr. Nix himself. I gotta ask you, that Smolder game, I gotta question that build, man. You went Essence Reaver into Bloodthirster into I don't know what you were building third at.
IE
Yeah.
What the hell, man?
into or no,
Okay,
Mortal
so
Reminder
here
into IE.
there's a story behind this build, okay? And Wall Street was actually the one that put me onto this build, and it only really works in situations like that where I'm going to be poked out and need to survive and stay in lane as long as I can. So I was get to the side lane, he would poke me, I would heal back up, and in the fights I could trade heavy in the fight and still move around the fight with full health. The third item was armor pin because the people in the match, and I mean I pumped out damage. The damage wasn't the issue. Survivability was what I was worried about.
Right. And then, another question here is going to be to Paige, my daughter. We thought about giving you the finals MVP. Loki was advocating for you heavily, but you had a phenomenal series. And after last week, I gotta ask, did you guys successfully bring Wall Street out back and put him down after that Silas game, or is he still alive and well?
He is still alive and well. We love Wall Street. Love him lots. He just decided to let Joker have his moment in the spotlight, and it obviously worked out well for us. I do have a bit of a counter question for the casters because I heard there's a little bit of misfortune doesn't go with Nami commentary.
That is correct.
How did that work out tonight?
It worked, but I still don't love Nami Misfortune bot lane. Yeah, that I'll leave it at that. Chong,
Look, I'm
your
I'm
piece?
gonna say it worked out, and it wasn't because of
Also
the
true.
Nami misfortune. It worked out because Joker came bot. You guys fought a 4v4 at level 3. You got 2 kills onto misfortune, and kind of just steamrolled the game from there. Even though Okina was losing the 1v1 in the top lane. But I mean, you guys did have a phenomenal series. It kind of seemed like everything clicked for you guys today. I know I gotta ask you, Ivar, with how the BOL playoff schedule ended up happening because of when WAS movement got implemented, there was that bug with all these dash champions where like casting abilities got really weird. So the original date for quarterfinals got like rearranged and people were like playing whenever and everything like that. How hectic was that and like how stressful was that for you guys? Or were you guys just like, hey, we'll play the games when we can and just hope everything goes well?
Um, I'll say this: if we did not lose in semis to Berserker, we would have been potentially not being able to play just like Safari was. So I definitely empathize with them. Um, but yeah, I mean, we just last week we just went back to back best of fives, and um, you guys saw how that went. So it wasn't that big of an issue for us. I think because we play in Berserker on Thursdays and BOL on Wednesdays, we were already used to playing back to back on Wednesdays and Thursdays. So it was just a little bit of a longer series. That's all.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys did get that 5-game series win over the Astronauts in semifinals. So I mean, and whoever wants to answer this one, feel free. But like that team kind of came in with the expectations of being the team in BOL Platinum to be and having to draw them in semifinals. Like, how did that game feel? Were you guys like super stressed out about that one, or did you guys just knew that like you were gonna be able to get that win, or like were you guys kind of like nervous going into that specific matchup?
That was the one we reverse swept, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Nation sent us all his energy after game 2, so we knew we were gonna win because
Yeah.
Nation sent the reverse sweep energy, and Nation's the king of reverse sweeps, so
Yep,
it
yep,
was
pretty
kind of
much.
a lock after that.
All
But
right. All
to
right.
answer your question shortly, um, because we had the swap with Joker coming in and Wall Street stepping down, we kind of just went into it with let's just have fun and see what happens. We didn't have any pressure on ourselves. If you listen to the comms, we were just having fun even when we were losing. So that's what the point of this team was, to play with our friends. So that's kind of why we were able to come back and win that series.
All right. Kimchi, any final questions for them?
You got any, or are we ready to throw it to
I
everyone's
think
favorite part?
yeah, I think we're getting ready to wrap up the stream here tonight. But before we do that, I will let the captain of the team, Mr. Ivar himself, any shout outs you want to be given to anybody in particular before we wrap up here for the night?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, shout out to all the teammates, Wall Street as well. Played with us the entire split. Shout out to Chelsea, and then I also personally want to dedicate this win to Sox. He's going through a little bit of a hard time. Everybody at Conduit loves USOC, so this win was for him.
Right. And with that, that'll be the end of the season for Blue Otter Platinum Division. Our champions, Conduit Omega, winning in 3-0 fashion. I want to thank everybody for sticking around for the season, watching everything like that. I want to thank Kimchi for coming in and subbing in with the finals with me. I want to thank Loki being my beloved, hated producer the whole season, giving me flame all the time off screen. This would not be possible without you, without the whole BOL staff. But with that, if you've been drinking tonight, hand your keys off to somebody else and get home safely. This has been Blue Otter Platinum.
Hearing voices from afar, join the madness when the curtain falls. Risk it all, hold nothing back. Seize the day, we must attack. Stars are rising, countless worlds colliding. Only one will take it all. Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we make the final call? We are the ones to ignite the darkened skies. The champions of a world that we defy. A solar ray of the few who rise up high. And we all fight at the last Can we bring to fall the giants?